Oh, did I not switch the game? No, I switched the game.
No,
I've
clicked on the wrong one. This is on me. Sorry.
Okay. Hey, we're here, everybody. Hi. Welcome back. Unfortunately, Aaron got crazy sick this afternoon and could not make it tonight. So now we can make fun of Thorak as much as we want. Thorak can also die for sure tonight if we want.
Yeah. Ken
No,
got
we
this
won't do
time
that.
to strike.
She's been waiting for this moment the whole time. Well, hey everybody, welcome. As far as announcements go, all we really have is that there's Ready to Roll on Wednesday, which will be it'll be hosted here, but it's on Morgantho 6's channel. It's fun times and weird times. We talk about all the animals that everybody in the party is. Apparently someone is a promiscuous duck, and that is a major sticking point currently, as we want to find out what animals we are. Our spirit animals in that game. Other things, we recently started doing Star Wars Saturdays. We've had streams on Saturdays. They're usually painting streams, but recently, like as in this past Saturday, we started doing Knights of the Old Republic 2. So we're gonna keep doing that for a while, and eventually we'll switch to Skyrim Saturdays, where we'll play Skyrim, and you can tell me how much of a jerk to be, how much of an evil, terrible person to be. That also goes for the Star Wars Saturdays. You can tell me to be evil or good, and we'll see who wins out. I believe that's basically it for announcements. Anything else we have is stuff in the works that you'll find out later. So let's move in to our game itself. Oh my gosh. In the middle of the intro video, we all just go about like multiple different things. We are not prepared for tonight. But that's okay, we're gonna do it anyway. Last time, while battling your way out of the Gale's bulwark through some freaky fish people and a giant gator, you were aided and later joined by the mystical ancient sea druid Pengata. Pengata had been told of Malello's plans by the sea, and the different spirits of the sea. If Malello succeeds in enacting the rite of the risen beast, all the animals within 100 miles will become incredibly powerful, aggressive, and dangerous. And a large part of that area is in the ocean. So she wants to handle this as well. She won your trust pretty quickly, as you felt there was no time to lose in getting to Southwold and tracking down Malello. After resting in the jungle, you traveled to the net-covered, hunkered-down town, managed to squeeze Vigris in thanks to a friendly blue dragonborn named Ishazi, and lost a bit of focus in finding your quarry when presented with shopping opportunities. But we now return to our game as you enter the local tavern, the Bloody Claw. So as you walk in, it's very basic, very simple looking tavern. As it is, like noon, 1 in the afternoon, there's not really many people in here, except for you see, I have to find them on this list and not sneeze. There's a pair of dragonborn in here. There is a male copper dragonborn who's kind of like sitting at one of the tables, just kind of he's got like a lump of wood that he's whittling, And there's another one, a female bronze dragonborn who is kind of sitting off to the side behind a desk in that entry room. She is super old looking and has tons of scars all over, like her hands and her face, and her neck and all over. She looks up as you walk in. She's like, "Oh, new people. Welcome to the Bloody Clock. Can I help you?"
Yes. We're looking.
I need to
A
buy
friend
some
of
stuff
ours.
quick. I'll be right back. And I ran off.
All right. Elias dashes out the door.
Um,
I will follow him.
Okay.
Okay.
I will continue the hunt for Malello.
Okay.
We're looking for a friend of ours. We think he's come through town. It's been sort of a long time. We've been really looking for him. And I'll give the description of Malello. Sort of would have been here kind of recently. No anything?
It's not ringing a bell. We had a couple of ladies come in here earlier today, but no one like that.
Is she talking about Keldra and Lycum? The
No.
ladies earlier today?
No, Keldra and Lycum are with you right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure where they were.
They just been wandering around.
Okay. Store is now immediately out of ideas. Well, sorry, we were just talking to the butcher, whose name I don't have written down.
Rekshik.
Rekshik.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that anyone who was, because we asked, looking for a friend, anyone in town would have come by here. So if you haven't seen them,
No, I mean, they
I'll turn
were
to the
here. They came earlier today. I saw there was a man and one of those women who was here last night. They were kind of talking. They're just kind of getting to know everybody. They say they're new in the area. They're, wanting to get a group together and, like, hunt some monsters, Just kind of what we all do, make some money selling monster parts and things.
yeah, did they mention a particular monster or quarry they were looking for?
No, they just said, it's most people around here are individuals, maybe pairs, and they want to get a big group together so you can do larger scale things, but they weren't talking about anything specific.
Did they have no, like, defining symbols, markings, sort of like a shared crest?
No, I don't think so.
Did you happen to hear what they were looking for, where they were meeting up?
I didn't. I saw they were just kind of introducing themselves. Although earlier today when they came in, they mentioned they had been talking to. Yeah, they've been talking to Rekshik and Kieran over at the store, the shop.
Do you
And these
know
were-
if they're... Are they still in town?
I could be. I don't leave the tavern very much anymore.
No, sure.
You said today it was 2 women, and yesterday it was a man and a woman?
Yeah, one of the women that was in today. So the first day it was a man and a woman, and then today instead of the man it was one different woman.
Can you describe the man for me?
Yeah, he was sort of like scrawny and surprisingly pale. A lot of people around here are very tan. He was not, with sort of blonde hair off to the side. He seemed kind of young.
This doesn't match my description of what I
No.
remember Malello as, right?
No.
Okay.
Does this match the description of, like, the 2 hunters that we think might be with him?
So the
Can't remember
ones
their
that the ones you had been talking about yesterday were Bison, who is a half orc, and
right.
who was the other one you guys were mentioning? Because you had talked about Timber, but you were saying that he was nice.
Timber was fine. There was the girl.
The girl
Miga.
in the jail cell, yeah.
Yeah.
The one that I manipulated. That's all
Really-
wrong.
really doesn't
Also,
like you.
probably still in Uziko
Yeah,
would be
in jail.
my guess. I don't think they would have let them out.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll sort of turn to everyone. Should we go back and talk to Rikshik about this?
Sure.
Like I was like, I mean, sure, that could work. We were just in there. Could be a little bit
Yes.
awkward.
I wonder.
Yep.
I'll
Probably will
so,
be.
Pengata will ask the tavern maiden. Like, is there any sort of town guard in this town, or is it more everyone kind of fends for themselves?
We all kind of fend for ourselves.
Sure.
We sometimes have to
I
get
see.
together, like split funds to fix the net if it gets ripped up or something, but yeah, we just kind of handle things
Yes.
ourselves.
Yes. Seem like a tough bunch here.
We are. I would try and be humble, but we are.
Own
We're.
it. I like it.
But by the way, my name is Penelope. You can call me Loper. Sometimes people call me that.
Loper.
Yeah. Cause I used to be able to run real fast. Not so much anymore.
Wow. Hmm.
Sorry, the old woman named Penelope make me laugh. I don't know why.
One time long ago, she was a young woman.
Thank you for your help.
Can I assume that you'll be back in later?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
She waves as you leave.
Thank you.
Okay.
And we'll slowly walk over, I'm assuming catching up to Elias and Denono eventually, as Elias is asking for obscene amounts of materials again.
I'm sure the shopkeepers will be so excited to see you again.
I think actually the two of you are in a different locale right now, looking for different things. Yeah.
We went around town.
Going out and about.
As Elias runs out and I follow after, I would like to ask, Elias,
Yeah.
is everything okay? I would like to come with you just so you are not alone.
Yeah.
And yes, but
Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to buy stuff that I will need. I'm a little worried about the full moon thing, but we do have 3 days left. I don't know. I need to hurry up, and
Yes,
I don't know.
that will be
And I'm broke. So there's that.
Hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Why do you ask? Do
you
I
know,
look sad?
I suppose it is more just. It seems a little. The things you are buying are kind of unusual.
You mean bones?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I thought of an idea and I want to test it out. Well, I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I don't know. Magic.
Maybe we could talk about this more in private if you want.
About what?
About what you're trying. I mean, I do some magic, so it is a slightly different
Oh.
type. I may.
Well, you know, like I put the, you know, like the chair was moving and those arrows were moving, so I was like, maybe I should construct with whatever human remains, or not human remains, animal remains or whatever, and I thought maybe put it all together in my work as a person. It might be more useful than a barrel running around in town, a chair running around town. I don't know. I thought maybe it might help, so I was gonna try out, put together into bone. I thought maybe skeletons have a structure already, maybe put together, and then it would be kind of a person, and it will help me. And
Elias, yeah. Okay.
okay.
We should talk about that part in private. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking not in the
Oh.
streets, but
Oh, okay.
yeah. I think
Oh.
we should talk about that.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. We can talk later. We can
Okay.
talk. Wink, wink.
Right. You guys
Um,
continue on your shopping. Are you about to be
Yeah.
interrupted by a child? Okay. So the rest of the party walks into the shop again. It's only been like 10 minutes, 15 minutes since you last were in here. And the three different shopkeepers are kind of like they're continuing their work, and as you the five of you. No, let's say that Thorax stayed behind to start drinking early. And let's also say that Lycum stayed behind to do that as well, because she likes to drink it up as well. So it's Store, Pankata, and Keldra in
It's
the
a
shop.
date night. It's a date night for them.
No, not at all. So that you guys walk in and they're just like, oh, you're back. Great.
We have no large purchase requests, so don't worry. They are not with me this time. We just have a few questions.
Okay.
We were talking with Penelope at the Bloody Claw, looking for a friend. I think we mentioned it to.
Yeah, you
Gretchen.
mentioned before.
Yeah. They did say that there were a group of people, two people, maybe three people, who were sort of over there seeing if anyone wanted to join up with them in a big group for a large hunt. And they mentioned that Penelope mentioned that they came in and spoke with Rekshik and Mizkan.
Kurin. I
Kurin.
I totally gave you the wrong name earlier. Ms. Khan is Penelope, actually. Kurin is the shopkeep lady. Yeah. Sorry.
I
There's
will
a lot of
correct my
names.
notes.
They both start with KH. I'm very sorry.
No worries. Did they mention what they were hunting?
Rekshik he kind of walks up. Oh no, they're just in general, they want to make a big group of people. They said they had some experience doing this before, of just kind of hunting things. And it's better to do in a big group, because you're not gonna die. Sometimes people die when they go hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they say where they were forming this group? Where they were like meeting up?
I mean, they were asking us because, you know, people come in the shop all the time and they wanted to know if we knew anybody. So I think they were gonna try and get people to come into the Bloody Claw. Maybe they were just gonna go talk to people around town. Nothing concrete from what I remember. And Kieran's just like, no, they said they were gonna talk to people around town, and they were gonna, because they're not staying in town, they're staying out in the trees. So if people want to join them, they'll come find them, probably in the Bloody Claw, I think is what they were saying. But you know, sometimes
And
people are
they've been
dumb.
there they've been there like every night.
I haven't gone in to see. I only saw them for the first time today, like this morning. So I don't know if they've been in town for longer and just haven't come to see us.
Good to know. Briefly out of character, we have 2 days or 3 days before the full
3
moon?
days. 3 days.
So the rest of today, tomorrow, and the next day, and that night will be full moon. Or
Yeah,
the rest
so-
of today, tomorrow, then 3 days.
Yeah, today is the 8th. The full moon is the 11th.
9, 10th,
11.
Okay.
11th. The
Yeah, 4
evening
days.
of.
And then that night.
So
Okay.
the rest of today and then 3
Okay.
days.
I didn't think we had that much time.
If you want
I
less
thought
time,
like
I'll give you
the
less
full
time.
moon was tomorrow. Nope.
Why did they?
I
Are they in
will,
trouble?
uh,
Are you trying to? You said you're friends, but you're being very persistent about these questions. Are they in trouble? Are they going to cause trouble? This is something that I need to be worried about.
I'm couple of things. The urgency is because we need our friend to help with a problem back where we live, closer to his eco.
Okay.
Which is why we don't fit in. And why we're looking for him. There's a bit of a time crunch on our end, and we need his help.
Gotcha.
Do
Do you want me
So-
if they come back in again? Do you want me to tell them that you came by looking for them and to find you somewhere?
Yeah. We'll be in. We're gonna probably stay at the Bloody Claw.
Okay, yeah.
This evening.
You want me to give them your names?
So yeah, that
What's your names? I'll write them down and
Tell them store was looking for them.
store, like the store you shop in with the E.
No E, STOR.
Okay, cool. People get my name wrong all the time. I get it. All right. I'll tell them if I see him again that store is looking for him to solve the problem. He'll be at the Bloody Claw. Okay. Anything else I can?
Thank
any
you.
other things you need?
We got our supplies. No, I think we're good. Thank you very much for your help.
Okay, sure.
Thank
and Rector's
you.
like, gotcha. All right. He's back to like chopping up something. There's like blood splattering all over the place. Beautiful. Right.
So we walk out, yeah.
Okay.
Pangata will turn to store and be like, so about being discreet.
Oh. You know, you're right.
Oh my god.
You
I
know,
have-
this sort of. It's
This-
never been my strong suit.
This Malelo, he knows who you are, yes? And your name?
I don't think we ever gave him our name.
No,
Oh
Oh,
boy.
I'm not there.
Well, that
I
is
am trying
good.
to think if you did, because the
and
one time you ever
bad.
like talked to him was like before stream started. It was seriously session 1, session 0.
I don't think we do.
I just remember
don't think we
Castian
gave him your
making
name.
him really upset.
Yeah.
Castian was very
I
snarky.
don't think because it was so like quick and we
Quick,
were just
yeah.
trying to figure out what happened and we're running back and forth between a bunch of different places.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't think we give the name.
I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna shoot. I can't even watch back because it's not recorded. It's not on stream. I'm gonna roll a dice right now.
Yep.
If it's a 10
we
or
don't-
higher, you're good. If it's a 9 or lower, you told them your name. And I'm not gonna tell you the answer.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
So,
I also had a moment where I'm like, would Store lie about his name? 9 on wisdom says no.
oh, jeez. Well, Pangata's 16 on wisdom is worried.
store has no wisdom and can't lie. So...
Keldra
All
has
right.
no idea because she was not involved in those conversations.
So, if he does know you, does he want you all dead?
I don't think he wants us dead.
I
It's
mean,
not like
Didn't he try and kill you earlier? That was the whole point, right? He was trying to kill you guys.
Yeah, he was trying to kill me.
yeah.
Kill you.
I was unconscious.
No,
and...
he very much didn't get close to killing anyone.
No.
He came very close to dying.
He and knocked me out twice.
Okay.
Is
Well,
this
if there was a
in-game? Is
fight
Elias
happening...
with us?
No, Elias is not there.
Elias isn't with me.
Elias is not there.
No, I'm
Okay, yeah.
sorry, my bad.
But Kildra's
No,
like,
you're good.
but the whole point, there was a fight, right? Were you
Mhm.
attacking him or was he attacking you? Is he coming after you or not?
We were looking at the time. We were looking for Tycho.
Right.
Oh, shit.
A tiger?
Sure. And sort of we fell into. They're
make
on
a
the council.
deception
They
check
know
about
like
that,
the whole
please.
story.
Yeah,
Me?
they're on the council. They
Yeah. Keldra knows.
I will make a deception check.
Yeah, because you were
So,
not hunting a tiger,
uh,
that's for sure.
Sorry, I kind
That
of
is
zoned
an
out. there.
18.
Make an insight check, Pengasa.
That is
That's pretty
I
good.
was zoned out and I didn't know you guys were role playing. I thought it was out of game questions.
Insight
So
check?
I came in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
17.
Oh, just barely. I mean,
Maybe for the best. We'll
there's a
see.
lot of animal hunting and
And-
stuff.
And well, I mean, Keldra, you were on the council. We told this story
Yeah.
to them.
That you
But
went
basically-
into this maze and then
mhm.
you were attacked by a cult full of people who wanted to kill you.
Yes, but I don't think we were the targets to be brought into the maze. I think it was more we had found the maze and they needed to keep it a secret.
Gotcha. Well, I really hope that they don't
Now-
know who you are.
We did kill everyone but Malello. So
Okay, so if he's not the one getting the message, then maybe it's fine.
then it's probably fine.
Yeah.
Because it would have been someone he would have had to recruit. And unless he's like, be on the lookout for, and then gave everyone the description of us.
Though maybe it'll
Like,
be really
I'm-
weird when they, walk into a place and they're like, oh, Store wanted to see you. I'm like, who's Store? That's not anybody we've talked to. Unless we could find him and talk to him. I don't know.
Is there a chance?
Try to find them.
Well, if he does not know you, the chances of us getting stabbed in our sleep is probably lower. And if he does know you, if he does not know you, then maybe that would not matter.
I feel like, regardless, it's probably going to be wise to get Elias to do the little bubble thing.
Hmm.
Yes.
I mean, Rigshik did say that staying at the Bloody Claw is not really like a good place to sleep.
Right. DM
Yeah.
question.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
How big is Southwold?
It is not very large. You would imagine that there are 100 or less people living in this area.
Okay. So, all right. Maybe we just spend the afternoon just kind of walking around town and see if we see the people that we got the description of.
Okay. Make
Thoughts? I mean, if people are down.
yeah.
Do we want to meet up with everyone else first?
The other member of this half the party. I'm down to just be like, look around.
And Elias and Donono are going to be busy for a little while still. And Lycum and Thorak are going to be wasted within half an hour, so. All right, then you can make... It kind of depends on how you want to go about this. If you're just kind of wandering around, like, looking at people, make either investigation or perception. If you're trying to, like, talk to everybody, you can make, like, charisma checks. And you can make them individually, however you want to go.
I would sort of talk to people. That's sort of Store's
Okay.
thing.
I'm blind.
Also charisma over the other
you're
two.
blind. You can't do perception. You can't. I forgot.
And God is like, there are people in that building through the wall. But I will. Pengata will do her best to assist in the conversation, and by
Okay.
seeming like a very sweet old lady who is just looking for her son, or not son, but like her dear friend, and just very non-threatening and sweet.
Okay, yeah. All right, that'll work for giving Store advantage. Let's see who you all can meet.
So, first one. That's good that I got advantage because that first one was a natural one.
Starting off great. First
You
roll,
are
right?
welcome.
Jesus. Second one was slightly better, 7, so 10 for charisma.
All right.
Ooh.
So you do take a little bit of time. You walk around. There's a lot of moments where you're kind of walking through and you like make eye contact with people and you kind of like go to talk to them and they just like turn and like walk off. You don't see any people that match the description that you were given. Okay. I'm not rolling very well either. But you do meet a couple of people. In this town, it's very obvious there are a lot of half-orcs and Goliaths, but a ton of dragonborn. A lot of specifically metallic dragonborn, and they are very like feral. Any other metallic dragonborn that you have met or heard of, they are very proper, they're very civilized people. These ones are the exact opposite. They are very, very feral. They are not civilized. Most of them don't even really care. These are the ones that kind of like make eye contact with you and will like leave. Almost more animal than humanoid, honestly. But you do meet Mish and Thrall. These are half-orc. This is a half-orc man and a half-orc woman. They are siblings. They are not smart. So you talk to them for a little while. They are a hunting pair. Mish is the brains, though after talking with her for a little while, Pengata, at least you're able to tell, she's not very smart either. She's just a lot smarter than her brother, Thrall. He's a moron. And they had heard about you having a run-in with Lazaroth, who was the Goliath, and Lawrence, the Dragonborn, the day before. So they'd heard about that, and so they talked to you for a little bit about that. And how Lazaroth is really upset about it. And very downcast at the fact that he got beaten so easily, because he usually would wander around very up in himself, very proud of his strength and everything. Yeah, so you talked to them for a while.
Can we ask them if they have heard about the like hunting party that's being formed?
They have not.
Okay.
Though when you mention it, they look a little skeptical, just like, I mean, Thrall is very strong, I am very smart. We don't need a lot of other people to help us, so I don't know how much they'll get people. Easy to hunt when you're quiet and by yourself. Or really
True.
smart and with your brother.
That would
Yeah.
make sense.
You two
Thank
seem
you.
very capable.
Yeah.
It is so nice to meet you.
You're old, and I feel I should be respectful and say the same.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to ask from Mish and Thrall?
Not me.
No, I think that's.
Okay. So you guys, do you want to reconvene back at the Bloody Claw?
Yeah, I think that would be our.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I will also say, Denono and Elias, you're able to get all the things that you need in return at the same time, so you guys can all meet up back there. It's now
Oh.
like 4:30 or 5 in the afternoon.
Whoa, that was a long shopping trip. Oh, look at the spear I got. Guys, look at it. No?
That's a very nice spear.
May I touch it?
Sure.
I will hold it and kind of just feel it.
I'm not gonna release it, just hold it.
She like tries to like pull it for a second and then just feels it. Very nice.
Yeah, it was on discount pile.
It's because it's like broken in half, so it's like the right size for a halfling, but it's because it's broken.
There's like a regular store, a tavern, and a Goodwill.
Oh, brings jobs to the area, right? All right. Thorek and Lycom are like kind of almost passed out. Like they've been just drinking, just having a fun time. Just the two of them. So they're not very cogent.
I'll
right
walk
now.
up. I'll walk up to Thorak. Hey. Has anyone approached you about joining a hunting party?
No.
Carry on.
Someone approached you about being a hunting party? Because the party sounds nice. Party sounds good. I have the boots for a party if you want to have a party.
We know you're always ready for a party, Thorak. But if someone does invite you to a party, let us know. Just cuz. You know.
We would like
Don't leave
to
your
come
friends
to the party.
All right. Sounds good. Great. Okay. Love you, Aaron. Miss you, Tez. Hope that did justice to your character. All right. Any conversations you want to have in here? There's a few more people in here now.
Oh.
Let's see. Who's in here now? Who is in here now?
What did you guys find? Well, did you guys find anything about Malelos?
So, best we can figure out, there's a group of people forming a large hunting party to take down a large beast. Now, yeah, that's what I thought. But if I remember correctly, which, given my track record, I probably don't. For the ritual to be completed, they had to take on the beast by themselves.
Yeah, I thought it's long as you kill the beast and get the heart. I thought maybe you might not necessarily even need to, like, defeat one by oneself. Maybe Malelo might just like swoop in and just took the heart and ran away. I don't know.
DM, is there something I can roll to see how well I remember the
Yeah.
ritual of the risen?
Sure.
Do
I feel like this would be a history check.
Do I remember too?
Yeah, you can roll a history check as well.
Okay. History 15.
And a 1.
Oof.
All right, let me pull up specifically. Oh my gosh, you guys!
You're
This is
twice.
a long time ago.
Yeah, that This dice has betrayed me so far.
Okay. A single hunter must
Fancy
stalk
court.
and kill a beast more powerful than himself, then burn its
Stalk
heart
and
to
kill.
ash while performing the rite.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. It has to be solo. Has to kill.
So
kill
it's
alone.
probably not the large party then.
Yeah, probably not.
Unless they plan on like finding this beast, wounding it, and then letting it get away for Malello to stalk and kill.
Yeah, maybe weaken the beast first, and then they will kill it later. It might be the strategy. But
But they have to
Mhm.
stalk and kill it, correct? Both?
Mhm.
what if
So I-
Malello trying to, like make the beast stronger by trying to like find more people and hunt them, and then the beast kill them, and it become more stronger and stronger the more it killed, and then finally, and then it was wounded by then, and then just swoop in and killed it, and then I don't know.
The
Look,
idea
that's
of
sort of what
making
I
it
thought.
stronger it makes sense, but I do not know if a demon god is one who is to be fooled by. Oh, they only weakened it, and I had nothing to do with that. But now I take the kill, and I did it all by my. I don't think that
Mhm.
a demon lord would be fooled by all of that. I think that the point of the ritual is to prove yourself in some way to him. And if it is an easy kill, then it is an easy kill,
Hmm.
regardless of what the
think-
beat
Which-
was.
Perhaps we have enough time to go to one of these meetings or find information about this. We have several days, so perhaps we could send in one of us to the meeting in some sort of disguise and learn more.
I mean,
Oh, we could
They
walk around the
shouldn't really-
forest.
they
Perhaps
shouldn't really know us. The person
Great.
we send in.
I
would
don't
that not
know
be
if they
Denon?
know you.
Keldra,
Also-
Denon is the
Keldra kind of like grimaces and just like, they might recognize me and like them because we're public
Oh,
figures
yeah.
from the city. That could be a problem, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Pangada will be
I-
fine, right?
Yeah.
Yes. However, if there is someone to be recognized, I will not see them.
Ah.
So here's my plan. We put one. Anybody who's been here all afternoon has seen Thorak and Lycum here.
Yes.
Probably seen all of us together.
Yeah, we were all over the town.
This is a bad
shopping.
place to figure out how to split up the party.
Can
That's happened,
anyone
'cause we're-
can anyone change their face or the way they look?
Why would I want to change my face? It's pretty.
People can
I'm
change
sure.
their faces?
With magic, yes. I mean,
This is
Two of us
entirely
can
new
turn
information.
two of us can turn into animals. It's not too different.
Wait. Yeah, you've got a good
I-
point.
Huh.
Elias, magic
Cannot.
user. You cannot?
No, but I can make you
Hmm.
see I'm. Oh, I can make you see. Do you want to see stuff?
Well, that
Can you?
only affects one person.
1 minute.
right?
What spell is this?
Yeah, what?
Phantasmal force. I can make you see.
I don't know if that's exactly how it
I
works.
think that would work.
Yeah.
No, like
I would probably perceive something.
Yeah, but it would
with
be in
the
the
senses I have available.
yeah,
but
in
I
the way
can
that you
put in the
typically
mind.
perceive it.
In my mind, that'd be. I mean, I was
It's-
not always blind.
Yeah, so
Sure.
you can possibly see the face.
Oh, curious.
Yeah.
Yes. that
For
would
like
be
1 minute,
Interesting.
and then it just poof, gone. Oh, I could Oh, that's.
I do not need this,
Okay.
but thank you.
Yeah, let me know if you want to see stuff. Like, I don't know, like maybe the Nono. Oh yeah, you never met the Nono before. Do you want to see the
No.
Nono? Do you want to see what the Nono look like?
I could.
Keldra,
I perceive you
Keldra-
all in my own way.
Keldra
Oh,
pipes
thank
up.
you.
Are you blind when you turn into animals?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no.
I just wondered, because that could be a way around it, I guess. But okay.
I hadn't thought of that at all. But I like the idea of being a blind animal. That sounds cool.
Like a blind bird, just like I don't know where I'm going.
I mean,
So, brief thing. We know that nobody has approached Thorak or Lycum about joining a hunting party today.
No one has approached
You
Thorak
are-
at the very least. Yeah.
Thorak. What if right now we put Keldra with Lycum and Thorak, Denono sort of off on his own, like the solitary hunter, which totally has the vibe for. The rest of us will take a table and sort of watch. We'll check in with the barmaid to just sort of food. It's like 5:00. I am getting hungry. 2, see if they've been in already. If they haven't, we know we're good, and we can sort of see. They'll probably approach one of, like, probably Denono being like longbow, kind of huntery, definitely fits the bill. Denono can go off, and we can follow Denono.
Sure.
Then we got him.
So we using the Nono as a bait to fish out.
So, my one concern is we are in a town of hunters, right? And so
Mhm.
tailing someone else might prove difficult, as they are used to this territory and they are used to hunting, but also probably being hunted. So following someone stealthily may prove difficult. But we can try, and I have magic that might be able to help us.
Where is
I have
Corgi
the
right now?
ability to locate an object, and I could track at a safe distance, knowing where Denono would be.
Oh
'cause
yeah, you could
It's
do
got
that
the,
Yeah.
too.
the bow.
That is wise. I like that.
Oh yeah,
Got a good
Corgi
point.
would come back.
I
at
didn't
this
think
point,
about
huh?
tracking hunters.
Is he still looking around? I don't know.
I'll
what
say he would have rejoined you like before you came back in.
he found it.
Wait, hang on a sec. What exactly did you have him looking for? Because he was just looking around for like people, right?
I'm trying to make him look for Malelos.
Okay.
Like he remembers seeing Malelo because he's the one who shot him
Yeah.
at the sand pit.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to make him find, and the last time I rolled was 15. And then I could roll it again. I'm trying to make him look around the forest around the town area.
Yeah, so he would have spent a bit of time like during the whole day kind of flying around, looking around, and would not have found anything at this point. Would have ranged probably like a
Aw.
good like 3 miles outside of the city. Still hadn't seen anything.
Okay.
Could
Good
we
point.
have beat him here? Could he just have not arrived yet, Malelo himself?
We did take a really fast ship.
But we did have to take a day
Oh yeah.
to get the ship and then a day on the island where we met you.
Mhm.
So
Right.
it could be close depending on how quickly. I mean, the fact that there's other people here, if those aren't connected to him, and I
What?
guess he might not be here yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
So I like this plan of the no maybe being approached, or maybe this evening they come together for. Have we confirmed that there's like a meeting here?
Mm-mm.
I don't.
No.
Well, you
Yeah.
guys can discuss. I'm gonna
Welcome
go
to the
make
Bush Gang.
I'm gonna go make the no more ragged with the charcoal, and then like draw a little more black in the face with the charcoal and dirt, and then there you go.
Okay.
You look better now.
You look better now.
I feel as if I am back to my old self.
Yeah.
You look great.
Take that to the bank.
I will go up to Penelope and ask, have the people looking for the group been back while we've been gone, or no?
I haven't. I think I saw one walk by like earlier this afternoon, like outside through the window. I think I saw one, but not in here. No.
Okay. We're going to need some food.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can do that. Or rather, I'll get someone to do that. That's not. I stay here in the front. Someone else does that. Cause I have employees.
You do.
It's new. It's not. It's not been forever.
I love a strong businesswoman.
Yep.
And I'll order sort of like I don't know what the standard like. You've seen how many there are of us.
Well,
Just
here
food in
the
the
economy is not quite as like inflated as anywhere else. It being a very poor-ish place, so I'm gonna say like 2 silver will get you food for everybody. Really, really easy.
I will give 4 silver
Okay.
as a tip.
Thank you for
For-
my
for being
$30 meal. Here's a $30 tip.
I will
100%
cover.
tip.
Pingata will cover drinks for anyone who would like one, including herself.
All right.
The next round.
Okay. That's like another silver or something for a round for everybody.
Cool. So this probably won't be a place store will drop 100 gold drinking for the night.
No. But you probably will not find a trio of lovely young women to talk to.
Ah.
But there
I
are a
probably
couple of
would
other
orders
people
in.
here. You do see. So you see Ishazi, the blue dragonborn from earlier, with another blue dragonborn next to her, a male dragonborn, and they're just kind of like sitting, talking. He's got like a really messed up jaw, where like part of it is like broken off and stuff. He doesn't seem to be talking.
I bet.
And other than that, there's a Goliath guy like off in the corner. It is not the guy you fought yesterday. It is not Lazaroth. It's some other one. Yeah.
And have we set up
one other
Denono
thing?
on his own?
Oh.
Yeah.
He looked pretty ragged.
One other thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to sort of mentally reach out to Vigris.
Mm-hmm.
Vigris,
Oh, Vigris.
could you look to see if any, and I'll give the description of the 3 people we've been given, either walk by or are about to come into this tavern. We're sort of looking for them. We think they might have information. Just tell me telepathically, because you can do that for a mile. If you see them come in, let us know.
Yes, I will
Or
be
let me know.
extremely
Can't let
vigilant.
everyone know.
Do you want me to stay outside, or should I roam around and look for them?
Look for.
You know what? Let's send Vigris on an adventure.
Oh,
Vigris,
right.
feel free to roam around and look for them.
What
Meeting
could
new
go
people. Do you have like wisdom stats for Vigris? Or you do, right? You have like
So Vigris's stats are just a warhorse, except his intelligence is changed.
okay.
Can I send Corgi with Vigris too? Like Corgi on the top of Vigris and top?
You can try. Corgi can go with him. Vigris will not allow him to sit on his head.
Oh no.
Vigris is a
Well, I'll
classy
just-
horse.
I'll just fly around and
Yeah.
stop Vigris.
All right. Then
So,
make
yeah,
investigation
Vigris
checks for
has-
the both of them.
Investigation checks for
Yes.
Vigris.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh,
six.
-4.
That's wait, total or
No, not yet. I haven't rolled it yet, but I have negative
my
4
gosh.
modifier.
I
7. I got 11, so 7.
Okay.
I rolled a 3, which with Vigris's intelligence modifier is a 1.
Okay. They're very good at like seeing things as they happen, but actively looking around, not their strong suit, as like you occasionally hear breaking into your mind like Vigor's kind of like arguing at Corgi, just like, stop flying in front of my face, you monstrous animal. It's like you just occasionally hear this throughout the evening. Like, I haven't seen anything because a stupid bird flying in front of my face all the time.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Elias, it appears Vigorous and Corgi are getting acquainted. It is going about as expected.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Pengata gets a second drink.
Okay. Okay.
Star
I'm
will
gonna-
keep pace.
I'm gonna start right after eating. I'm gonna start copying the spell that I bought.
Okay. All right. Sounds
Start
good.
copy.
All right. So the current setup of you guys is like the 4 of you are like at a table and you've like sent Denono off into a corner.
Yep.
So I think you have the 3 of us at one table.
Okay.
So you have Elias, Pengata, and Store at one table.
Okay.
Lycum, Keldra, and Thorak at another. And then
Okay.
Denono off on his own to sort of be like
Okay.
that. I'm the broody edgy character.
I am
Except
the
not.
Aragorn in the corner. Cool. Well, this now sets like all the tables in the room currently occupied. There are only like 6 tables in this room.
Ooh.
So, all right. So you hang out there. You have dinner. You have drinks. Kind of a quiet evening. You don't see a lot of changes. At one point, you see another Goliath woman. You actually recognize her, Elias. This is Pasifa, the woman that you went to for herbs and things. She comes and like talks to the Goliath in the corner for a little bit, and then eventually like they both leave. Yeah, that's about it. The time gets later and later.
I feel we might be out of luck tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, should we sleep here or should we sleep somewhere outside safer? There's something I want to try to do too. I don't know. What time is it now? I took out my Oprah time.
I'm gonna say it's like 10:30.
Huh, it's perfect time for my something I want to try.
So, just so everyone knows, Thor told Rekshik that if anyone came matching our description of Malello, to tell them that Malello or the other ones?
Yeah,
I
just
think
like
I said
any
the
of
other
them.
ones.
Right?
Yeah, just like
Any of them. If any of them come in, tell them that Thor and company are at the Bloody Claw waiting for them.
Oh,
Just so everyone's aware.
Just that's yeah.
oh, so we're supposed to
So,
wait?
Yeah.
do we want to stay here in case that does happen, or do we want, because of that, to not be here for safety?
Is this some kind of like a fence? Let it call like a fence with like a little tavern, or they're all like nearby tavern, all stuck together, all shopping?
So like the tavern itself is like it's mostly a bar and /
Okay.
restaurant. There are like a set of like 3 very small rooms. It like on the first
there
floor,
outside-
and then there is a
outdoor
second
space?
floor of rooms for like the staff, for like Penelope and.
Is there like outdoor space like around there?
I mean,
Like,
they are the dead
like
center of the town. So there's not like a premises exactly.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
just the
what I mean.
building.
Huh. I was
I
thinking
mean, we could always go just a bit outside of here and set up Elias's tent.
Yeah,
Sure.
we can. Oh, is there any? There's only one entrance way to this city, right?
The city, you only saw the one when you were coming in.
Huh.
But there could
But I'm
be
aware.
more.
I was aware that there was a few. I think, right?
Yes. Yes.
We should probably randomly. We should probably go back to the one that we came in and set a tent there, and then we can wait for people to come in and out. We can keep an eye on there. I mean, it's
Yes.
like higher than sitting in the middle of the city and then don't see anyone. But I don't know. I know that might be a good idea. And I have something to do which might be a little loud.
What do you mean?
Hmm.
How loud?
wait. As loud as a halfling can.
Plain.
I think you should get your own private space to sleep if you're planning on doing something like that. You know, kind of like I did at the Orange Moon Estate.
Pengata stands up and goes and sits down at the table with Keldra like him. And Thorak just like,
Elias,
but I need you guys' help. I need your help.
what are you doing though?
Okay, look. Today I went off with Denono and I bought all the stuff I need. You know, I hope Pengata's gone
what?
already.
Yeah,
I
Pengata.
know.
yeah, Pengata felt uncomfortable, felt like she didn't understand what was going on.
You do have like a high
Get
enough
out.
wisdom to like probably be able to listen in if you want. Do you want to, or do you want to intentionally not to?
Oh, I feel like we're at like adjacent tables, so
Yeah.
she's probably still listening.
Okay.
I have a pretty
I
high
prob-
passive perception.
I
He
figured.
probably doesn't know, so I'm probably gonna tell him. Well, you know about the curse? Like I tried to like put together stuff on the ship, and I think I got all the ingredient I need, and it's gonna be pretty gruesome and loud because I'm gonna get hurt pretty bad. So that's why I said as loud as a halfling can. So I don't know how loud I will
We're
be.
probably
I never-
going to want to be outside of the city,
Yes, that's
Like-
I think.
outside of the net.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about like keeping a tent outside, like a little like probably like 200 feet out from the entrance, so that we can keep an eye on still.
We're
I don't
also,
know.
I'm assuming, there has everyone else like but our group left the tavern.
The two blue dragonborn are still off in the corner. Occasionally, like Ishazi will like wave over at you guys, like, "Hey, hi."
I'll wave
Shazy.
back every time. Shazy's cool. I'll sort of wave Denono and Thorak over. I guess like this could be like a at least Denono. I know Thorak isn't here, like out of game Thorak isn't here, but I would sort of bring Thorak in
Right.
for
okay.
this one. Elias, do you want to catch them up? Because this is
All right.
important.
So I tell them the same thing, and so it's gonna be loud. And I need you guys' help. Yeah.
The Thorak being drunk is just like, wait, so it's full moon? So you're gonna be a cat tonight?
Oh no, it's well, maybe. I don't know. I never tried before. I never get cursed before, and I don't know.
So wait,
It's my
what are
first time.
what are we doing?
Well, you can just sleep, and I probably could do it with Store and Denono.
Okay.
Are you okay there, Dorek?
I feel good.
Sure, buddy.
Like looked at me 5 times. That was good.
5 times. Wow, that's 5 more times than she usually does.
It's like 7 times worse she usually does, so.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Okay, well, Well, we're planning to come outside of the entrance we came in. I don't know, you guys up for it? Or do you want to spend time with Lycan? You know, wink wink.
No, I'm here to do whatever stuff you need. Maybe I'll sober up. You know.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably sleep in there while I'm screaming to Dad. It's okay.
Elias, are we gonna have to find you like last time, like restrain you?
Yes, I got everything I need now.
Okay.
I got my
No,
quarter stuff.
you
Look
have-
at this stick. Pretty big stick.
Yep. So
Uh,
okay.
Can I make a perception check to see how much of this I'm picking up?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is everywhere.
Very low DC because Elias is not a very subtle person.
Nope.
15.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can hear all this for sure.
Okay.
And I'll keep looking around because I'm making sure like nobody could really hear us. Elias, in a
Yes?
little bit more detail, what should we expect?
Alright. Well, I can. Basically, I'm just draining my blood out to make something. That's the idea.
What is the something?
Well, I'm planning to like drain my blood out, and I put enchant it with the spells, and I probably put it back in my body. So basically, rinsing out, like dialysis-ish, but kind of not really. But like putting back on the body. But like I'm thinking about. I thought of a way like based on what the Nono has. I'm thinking about getting a tattoo, like put it back on my body as a tattoo.
Does Store
Makes
have
perfect
like
sense
what
to
does? I mean,
Anyone who
We know
wants
it's a
to can
blood curse.
can make an Arcana check to see if you can follow this.
will I finally break my roll of bad rolls?
I cast guidance on myself.
Okay. Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Two.
2.
Just one of those nights.
So it's just like there's blood. I don't know. That seems awful.
13?
13. Yeah. So like, you know, especially like no, you've understood Elias a little bit longer than Pengata has. What it kind of seems like is he's going to take a whole bunch of his blood out of his body to kind of dampen the curse that's part of his blood, and then feed a whole lot of it back into his body, and then create some sort of like magical anchor to continue keeping the blood clean-ish, to generally keep the curse battened down is the goal.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. I just,
Mhm.
Elias gonna be like, oh, messy places. He doesn't know how to
Alright.
explain magic.
The
Yeah,
skill.
that's what I'm
Oh.
gonna do.
Makes
I mean,
perfect sense
if-
to me.
You've got Denoto on board, you've got Store on. The
Cool,
magic
cool.
users say the magic's gonna work.
Yeah. So
Um,
the thing is, I need you guys' help. Once I
yeah.
probably have to drain my blood a lot, since I'm a halfling and I don't have much blood. So I'm probably gonna pass out before I finish my ritual stuff. So could you guys maybe get me back to consciousness again when it's happened, when I'm out?
I can heal people. I don't know what good that's gonna do if you have no blood in you. Never tried that before.
Well,
But like Thor, I guess Thor connected that lizard's head back on, so like it probably works.
yeah. Well, actually, I think it should be okay because of my curse to still be inactive by the time. So it should probably, with the help of external help, it will probably regenerate pretty quick. Yeah, it should be fine, I think. Well, YOLO.
We'll do what we can. Do we want to bring Kuldra and Lycum? I feel if we're going to be outside of the city, we're going to want to...
Yeah, maybe we should keep them here. We can tell them that they can keep watch at the Bloody Claw. For whatever person came in, Malelo will come by or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
And we can keep watch at the two places.
We can also leave them here with Vigris. And then Vigris can let me know if something's up here.
Yeah.
And then Vigris is safe inside the net overnight.
Yes. Oh yeah, I don't think Vigris can fit into my tent.
He's fit into the tent before.
Was he?
Yeah.
You used him as a
he
pillow
was.
one night.
I forgot.
Which he did not appreciate.
Alright. So,
Sounds like a plan.
recapping.
Oh, how about Pangada? What do we do with her? She's blind, so she probably know you sitting outside. We should probably
Hold
leave
on.
her.
I'm going to reconvene the whole group. We're going to do one big group meeting, get everything sorted, figure out where everyone is for the night, and then begin our plans. And I will quit. So, high level group plan. Elias has an idea to help him with a problem he has that recurs sort of regularly.
Yes.
Me, Denono, Thorak, at least, are going to go help him with it. I was planning that Lycum and Keldra spend the night at the Bloody Claw. I'll leave Vigris here to sort of keep watch. I don't know if he has to sleep or not.
I don't think
he does. He
does
I don't know if he
sleep.
has to, but he does.
He can, yeah.
Pangata, if you want to, you can come with us and help with Elias, or you can stay here and help watch.
And what exactly is this problem?
Well, it's curse.
A curse.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Well, you'll see. Don't you like surprises? You surprise us first, so it's my turn to surprise you.
Keldra kind of like hits her hand down on the table and she says, Elias, if you want to ask Pangata to help you, you need to be honest with her and tell her, okay? Because if you don't, then I'm going to.
But I want to surprise her.
This is not a thing to be a happy surprise.
You surprise me by letting blood and screaming as loudly as you can. This is the surprise?
Yes.
Can I look around to see, like, would other people hear this? Because that's the big thing I don't want to have happen, is like it to get out from that, or I will just whisper in Pangata's ear.
So at this point, Ishazi and the other Dragonborn have left. Penelope is still sitting at the desk at the front. And the other Dragonborn has kind of like, he's sitting in a chair behind the bar. So you could probably whisper it. It's quiet enough now that you guys are the only conversation happening in the room.
Yeah. Okay. I will lean over to Pangata or do you want to do it, Elias?
No, you do.
I will lean over and whisper, our friend Elias was bitten by a were-tiger. Suffers from the curse of lycanthropy.
And do you have concern that this will hinder our ability to stop Malelo?
Yes, I was worried, and it will definitely break out during the full moons, which is gonna be within 3 days of
Yes.
I'm not sure we will find him before that or not. Just in case, so I went around the town and I went shopping and then I got all the stuff I thought I might need. And I'm gonna try this one out. If it doesn't work, oh well. I guess.
In that case, young Elias, I am here to help you.
Yes. In case if I'm out of control or something, if I'm dying or I don't know. You know,
If
the
this-
power of friendship might help us.
Yes. Well, in that case, I will accompany you this evening and do what I can to assist.
Sure. Thank you.
You are welcome.
You're the best. Even though
Thank
you look
you.
mean.
And Keldra speaks up. So you want me and Lycum to stay here? You want Thorak to go with you?
Alright.
He's
Buddy.
like half passed out, like in his chair, just like.
You know, if we have Pengata, maybe we swap Pengata for Thorak because I don't think he's going to be much use anywhere, and here he won't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lycan, could you take care of Thorek when we're gone?
She is also like fairly drunk, but she's still mostly cautious. Like, I'll make sure that he doesn't throw up on people. I can do
Cool.
that.
Honestly, it's an improvement for him.
Great. Keldra's like, I'll probably just like make sure that they have somewhere to sleep things off, and I'll just watch, keep an eye out.
Cool.
Perfect.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to head out then.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I really hope that things go all right, and that I see you in the morning, and you're not all were-tigers. Please be very careful. And Cord, help you all. Okay.
Alright. Thank you for everything, Keldra. In case if I die or something, thanks for everything. And then nice to have met you. See you in next life.
Or see you tomorrow. Let's hope for that one.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Alright.
When I get outside of the tavern, I'm gonna pull out Andrata and
Okay.
ask her to take the form of a warhammer.
Okay. It does take like a whole short rest to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
Can we wait so that
Okay.
I'm not slashing you if something happens? I can just whack and knock you out, non-lethally.
Right, so you
No
ask
lead,
her,
no
and she's
warning.
like, "All right," and she kind of slowly changes. So by the time you're like kind of set up for the night, she'll be good.
That's what I was
Alright.
looking for.
She's like, "Also, today was fairly boring, so just want to put that out there."
I mean,
Do we
yeah,
want
I was
to-
bored.
Do we want to touch base with the tavern keeper and like have her tell us if anyone asks for store?
We have
Um,
Keldra.
Yeah, but they've only heard about store,
Oh, yeah.
right?
That's true.
True.
So do you wanna go talk to Penelope?
Or we could tell her to forward all requests
To where?
to Geldra.
To Keldra.
The
Alright.
recognizable one.
So if someone comes in asking for store, I say he's not here, but his friend Keldra is here.
Yes. Yes? Right, guys?
We want to
Sure.
associate store's name with the one recognizable person that
No,
Malella
no,
might know.
No.
Maybe
I feel like it's
Penelope.
best if someone comes in looking for store, they don't find store. And then we can just come back in the morning and be like, is someone looking for store? And they'd be like, yeah, but you weren't here. So they left. I'll be like, perfect. Describe them. Did they say anything? Leave a message.
I like
Ask Penelope to take the message.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
that's the
Okay.
plan. Yeah.
Penelope is our answering machine.
Leave your message at the tone. Right, so you guys head out. Say bye to Vigris. And he's like, all right, I'm staying partying with this stupid bird tonight, I guess. And you're able to go out through the little crawl space tunnel and go out into the trees.
All right, I started casting the Minima Casa, like out with the tree, like a hut, with the branches and the trees and everything.
Okay.
All right, guys, ready? Oh,
Are we doing this
actually, I'm
in
gonna.
the hut?
Yep, in the hut. I'm gonna put the hut right around the tree, so that I can be tied to a tree.
On the inside?
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, in the inside. So
Okay.
it's kind of like a pole in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. So like just slanting sides.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And
So, a question.
yes.
First question, Denono. Do you have the ability to cast the moonlight spell? Moonbeam.
Yes. I even prepared that one for today.
As have I. And if things go wrong, that could buy us some time. But only if we are not within the hut.
What kind of wrong?
Because-
I have a plan for in the hut,
Okay.
which
You guys
is
can-
Because Moonbeam
Divine
turns
Smite.
anything that has transformed back to its original form. Temporarily.
Oh. But I will be really invulnerable during the process.
It turns any shapeshifter back. A shapeshifter makes a saving throw with its disadvantage, and if it fails, it instantly reverts to its original form as long as it's within the light. It also does damage.
I
But
probably die from it. I could potentially die from it. I think I should be fine.
maybe we
if I-
could knock you out with
Well, if something
stabilize
happened,
you.
I will still be tied to the tree, so it should be okay. You
If
can
that's
just
enough,
knock
then
me.
sure.
You can just smash me with the silver bag of coins until I knock
well,
out.
I mean, I haven't drawn it out. And I'm like, my plan was
She's a
if something
magic
goes
weapon.
wrong and this gets hairy, magic
Just
weapon.
beat the-
It's bludgeoning. You'll just be down. Boop,
Okay.
boop,
Yep.
and we'll keep you alive.
All right.
And if you escape and run out of the thing, then we could use
Yep.
Moonlight.
All right.
Mhm.
Just when I untie the thing and run away, that's the time. Could you knock me out, like, and let me knock out, become unconscious? Whatever process, how long it takes for me to unconscious, and if I only try to run away, could you knock me out?
Yes.
There's a chance I might turn into Were Tiger during the process. All right. And can you heal me too? Sorry, before I forget, I'm really nervous.
You will survive the night. I will do
Okay.
everything I can.
I'm
Alright.
going to cast Mirror Image.
All right, I'm gonna put three bowls in front. One in front, right in front of me, and the other two right in a triangle shape. And then one of them put all the herbs in there. The other one I put silver powder in there.
Okay.
And then in the bowl in front of me is empty, and I put my silver dagger, and I chant the Oki Ropey to my rope of climbing to tie myself to magic to the tree.
But your arms
then
are still free?
I not free, like all
Okay.
tied up, but it's kind of like this on the kind of like tie like this.
Uh-huh.
You know, like I don't know how to just like I'm like tie like this, but hands are down there
Okay.
like this. So
Alright.
I have a knife here, and I'm gonna cut it with the silver, and then drip all the blood in the bowl.
All
And
right.
throw the knife away.
I'm gonna say make me a constitution check.
I'm gonna pick up the knife and give it to Denono
Constitution.
because it is a silvered weapon.
11.
Okay. So harming yourself is not something that you've done before. It is
Yep.
very like you sit there for a while trying to psych yourself up to do it, and with yourself tied, it is actually fairly tricky. So as you pull across, you get a little scrape, but not enough for like a lot of blood to come out. And taking that first action is frightening enough to you that you kind of freeze up and you can't continue.
I cannot do it to myself. Can anyone cut me, please?
Okay.
No, do you want me?
Don't be too eager. Oh my gosh.
No, sorry, that was a little out of character. I can do this.
Okay.
This is what you want, Elias? Yes?
Please.
Okay.
I closed my eyes. Turn around the head.
I'll just, go in there.
So you dig this silver dagger, and you've seen other weapons like scrape across and his skin heal up immediately. There is like a sizzling sound as it kind of like burns almost like an acid to like hold the wound open as blood begins to gush out. Elias, this hurts so bad. You haven't had to experience real pain in several days at this point.
I scream, and I scream.
All right.
I'm gonna hold my hands over his mouth to try to muffle it a little bit. Maybe like a piece of cloth, even.
No.
Don't put your hand. Don't put your hand. I warn.
Cloth.
Right.
I probably keep training until probably 20%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll Constitution.
Yeah, roll
wisdom?
that con save. Or yeah, is it wisdom? Yeah.
Yeah, wisdom. It has to be nat 20. I don't think it will be. Nope. I turn into a tiger.
All right. So the fur like comes from the skin, is white and black striped were tiger, and the screams turn to roars.
I step back.
And got your hands away. Hands away.
About this.
Do we know what we're supposed to do now?
I believe he would have instructed you like fully on this.
Fully unconscious.
Yeah, you need to get all the blood out of him until he is completely unconscious. So, now that he is aware, Tiger, Elliot, Denona, I need you to make attacks now. You get advantage because he is all restrained, but you do need to make attacks.
I have a tiger ear.
And Elias, I will say, as he makes this attack, you need to make me a bite attack with disadvantage.
Bite attack.
Yeah.
Cocked.
13.
Does a
That
13 hit you?
misses.
Okay.
And 18.
All right, so you come forward and you like cut across the other wrist, and as you like lean forward to do it, Elias like tries to take a bite out of you, but you're able to just like scooch aside. Elias, your vision is starting to go blurry as the blood is just gushing out. You guys are like kind of catching it in this bowl, until. After several minutes of this process, you lose consciousness, Elias.
Final roll, and it just fall out.
I will cast Healing Spirit.
Okay.
Are we supposed to do something with the blood before healing him?
No. You have to heal. You have to heal me up.
Yeah. He's the only one who can do this next spell.
To do the,
Okay.
When Elias goes unconscious, does he turn back?
Yes. As he loses consciousness, the ears shrink away, the fur disappears.
He is gone.
Okay.
Yes, I will cast Healing Spirit on Elias's position. And
Okay.
so on each of his turns, he gets 1d6 of healing from me
All right.
for 4 turns.
Okay.
So how much do I get total? I roll or
No, Denona
guess-
will roll.
don't? Okay.
Yeah. So across 4 turns, you would get 14.
14 total. Okay. Shoot. All right. And did it go okay?
The
Yeah,
blood is
I
here.
mean,
Oh, okay. Okay, Ropey. And I just untie myself. And I started. All right. I started cast gentle repose, make this otium, and then just like slowly the bloods turn around, and then just like the green energy from my hand, just I put my hand inside the blood, so green energy slowly turn, and then just like blood retain its form without turning darker, like it's in a red, super red form. All right, and I cast on the harp. I draw magic circle around the three bowls, and I cast force life on the herbs to like drain the moisture out.
There's like this like spray of moisture that like kind of comes out from your hands as you like pull it away from the herbs.
And I just put it together with the blood, and then mix those moisture of green combined together with the blood, and then just like mix. And then and after that I just use the ashes, whatever remaining ashes of the dry herbs, and then just burn it with magically green fire came out and burn, and then burn it just like, and then put it together with the blood and the moisture, and after and then next the magic circle like just appear like the silver powders are flying into the blood, and then starting to cast, and I cast Bonum Act Malum, and then just protection from good and evil. Just cast, and then starting to like stare together, and then just sorry, I just like slowly just staring at the silver powder melted together with the blood, creating the silvery white solution, just spinning together, and then finally I said I chant the ritual spell. And then to turn it all together, fly together, and mix in silvery bubble of water, and finally brought back down. I think it's done, but I'm not sure.
Go
do we
ahead
have to
and
get it back inside?
Yep.
make an Arcana check.
Okay. Net one, but I'm gonna reroll.
Yep. Lucky halfway.
17.
Okay. You you're able to pour a couple of vials of this silvery, like it's a very strange thing to look at because it is mostly silver color, but as you like roll it around, you see there are just like little strains of like red and then little strains of like green that kind of snake through it. But it's the sort of thing that whenever you try and like pin them down and look at them, they fade away and you can't see them anymore. But it does seem as though this ritual was successful.
Well, we have to find somewhere we can get a tattoo tomorrow. I don't know. All right. It should be
So we
fine.
need to get a tattoo with this silver solution.
Yes, so that it will bond to my body. I got this inspiration from what the Nono had while he got his on the sea. I thought this might be a way. His has some necromantic energy to magic too on it, so I don't know. I think this might help. We'll see. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Well, have you thought of? I mean, I did not get to choose so much, but Have you thought of what you want the tattoo to be? Or is that also part of the magic, that it must be something specific?
I think I can do whatever I want, and I have something in my mind. And then Elias smiled and just doesn't say anything, but he just think something in his head.
I think that is where we're going to take our break tonight. We'll come back to this. Take a 5-10 minutes, go to the bathroom, get some snacks, whatever you want to do. Take a deep breath, and we'll see you in a little bit. Bye.
Elias concerns him.
He concerns
'Cause
everyone.
With Thorak and Store, it's a little more kind of cut and dry, you know. They do things, you can tell what, but Elias seems to have these things going on in the background. That being said, Denono has noticed that Thorak stopped talking about a certain god and started talking about a different one.
What are Denono's thoughts about the tablets after the experience on the water?
So initially he was definitely disappointed and sad that, you know, something happened, and then he still has no idea what any of this means. He doesn't know what the tattoo is for. He doesn't know why those creatures attacked or what they were trying to get from him. They tried to communicate. They said some things. Denono didn't know what they said. You know, he was very just more confused, but something has happened, right? It's been, you know, all of these years that he's been trying to figure out and get something going with all of this, and feeling pretty much nothing. Like, he was able to understand that 4 of the tablets had to do with elements, but now it's like it does feel like, while I don't know why or what it did, I have completed something with one of the tablets. So he's still confused and still a little disappointed with the outcome of that, but I think he feels more driven and hopeful at the same time.
We ended last week on a bit of a cliffhanger with unknown entities bursting out of the ocean. What are your theories as to what is going on? How do you think Denono will react?
I kind of feel like whatever's coming out of the sea here could be Melelo's target, the more powerful beast that if he can slay, he can use to, you know, do his ceremony and, you know, summon the demon lord or whatever. So I think he's in the area. Like, we won't have to go to Southwold. Southwold?
Yes.
Yeah, we won't have to go to Southwold or anything. I think he's here.
We'll see. We'll see on Monday. I've had the minis for this battle in front of my computer for the last 2 weeks. Just waiting to kill y'all. Boo Nana.
I love being comfy, don't you? The feeling of sinking into something soft and yet totally supportive, totally non-judgmental, warm as a hug. Sounds like our Discord server. Yep, we have all sorts of lovely chats on our Discord server. We talk about our games, we talk about Critical Role, we talk about random things going on in our lives. We talk about puppies, kittens, clouds, mushrooms, Zen gardens. No, sorry, that's just me remembering how comfy and happy it is in there. You know what else is happy and comfy? Subscribing to our Twitch channel. Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription every month? Yeah, you can give it to whichever creator you want. So if you want, you can subscribe to our channel for free. If you subscribe without Prime, it renews on its own, keeping you in on the fun and the coziness without you having to worry. The more subscribers we have, the more giveaways that we can do. We also have some stream improvement goals that get unlocked through more subscriptions and donations. Subscribers also get access to our homebrew folder and our subscribers only Discord chat. So subscribe and settle into your new comfy home. Slippers not included.
So you guys finish this ritual, and it is now night. It is probably almost midnight at this point. So what would you like to do now?
I'm really tired. I think I probably should go to bed, sleep.
I think resting would be good.
Yeah.
Elias,
Yes.
child. A small request. I know you've been through much tonight. Could you perhaps send your bird to get a survey of where the camps are near the city?
Okay. Corgi. Could you go and look?
He like turns to you and like really concerned because you've got these like bloody gashes up your forearms right now.
I cover it with a little sleeve. Just like when he's looking at it.
He gives you like a little beak nuzzle on the forehead, or he flies out to go look for like campfires and stuff. All right, you can make a perception check for him.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 22.
Okay. So he makes a quick circle around like the area, and just before you start falling asleep, he comes back and he kind of intimates to you in like telepathy, or if you were watching through his eyes, there are like 3 or 4 other like campsites. A couple of them have fires, a couple of them do not. And I imagine you would have told him to like kind of hop down and like look at them. They're all like either individuals or pairs and not people that you recognize.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see Malelo in there. I relay every information. I don't think I see any Malelo around there.
Yes.
But no. You can't keep the
Actually, you would actually recognize one pair of people as the Pasifa, the woman you got the herbs from, and the Goliath guy that was in the Bloody Claw with you guys. They are outside of the city together.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna mention that because he like Pasifa. I don't know, somehow I have a feeling I would like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You can thanks for today, and you can keep the silver dagger, just in case if something like this happen in the future. Could you be?
Yes. Well,
And me?
hopefully after tomorrow we will not need to worry about it, eh?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we'll see. Good night. Good night, everyone. And I just took my blanket and just go sleep.
All right. So you guys wanting to take a watch, or do you want to just go to sleep?
No.
I think maybe we should take watches, not for protection, but just for information. We are very safe in here, but if we both take a watch, we could perhaps hear things that we would not hear otherwise.
Yes. Yeah, I'm cool to do 4 hour since we only need translate.
Okay. Store, do you want to stay up with anybody, or do you want to go to sleep?
I will probably go to sleep and get up a little bit earlier, just to sort of
Get ready.
Okay.
Get ready.
All right, then who's taking that first 4-hour watch?
I can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
23.
Okay. And your blind sense goes out to 30 feet, I think we said? All right.
30.
All right. But you're also like listening to the sounds of the forest and everything. So you're watching like in the darkest time of the night, and you hear the movements of a lot of different creatures. None that sound like people, none that sound like hunting or patrolling people, but you definitely hear the sounds of a lot of small animals, large animals, insects, and all sorts of beasts. Like that. And you, after 4 hours, you switch with Denono. Go ahead, roll your perception check.
Malelo waiting outside.
17.
Okay. Same thing. You're watching from about like 4 until 8 in the morning, so you do see the sun come up, but with the thickness of the canopy and the trees, it is still fairly dark for a while. And you're able to see some creatures and animals, and at one point you do actually see the pair of Goliaths kind of like move on past. They don't notice the tiny hut, and they go on by. Yeah, you don't notice anything. Not anything other than that.
Such
But
a bad roll.
You just wake up. The rest of y'all. Elias, you are still covered in like dried blood, and you feel like awful because though it is now healed up, you are still currently a were-tiger, so you are all healed up in that.
I took some water out and then slept it, rinse it out.
Pingata will come over and she'll shape water so it just like goes back and forth and like cleans all of it off.
I put a hand in there, like in a toilet, like everything.
It's like a little car wash.
Yeah. There's no pain because it's like fairly frictionless because you're not using like something to wipe on it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, child. There is more to you than meets the eye. You are a brave one.
Oh, thank you. I guess you too.
Do we
I
want
guess.
to
Thank
regroup
you.
with the others
I guess.
Oh yeah, we should regroup. Yeah.
Yes.
and have breakfast? And I have a place I want to check out today. I think might make sense.
Yeah, I want to find a tattoo artist too. I don't know. We could do both. We have the whole day to go on it.
Mine might require leaving town, but we'll talk. We'll talk.
Okay. All right.
So go back to the Bloody Claw.
Okay.
And I will let Corgi fly around, like parameter around us again.
Okay.
Just keep flying.
All right. You make perception check for him.
I'll ask Vigris if he saw anything last night.
Can you make a perception check for him as well?
18.
Yep.
Okay.
18.
Pulling
right,
up my
good
war
to know.
horse stats.
I don't know why I should make you roll. Never mind. You gotta roll for everything.
Perception is wisdom. Yeah. It's a 5. I'm not using this dice anymore.
Yeah, throw it away.
Dice.
Jail.
He's just like, it was rather dark.
In these night goggles.
There's all sorts of Dragonborn, and I'm not used to Dragonborn, so I was watching a lot of them. They're very lizardy, which is very interesting. Cool. So you guys go into the Bloody Claw. Keldra is at the table where you left her, and she is like kind of half awake. She's just like, I was awake all night.
Why were you awake all night?
I was watching for people. That's what I was supposed to do, right? Nobody came in. So I guess it was worthwhile that I stayed up and did that. Lycom's been down though, so I could probably switch off with her and go take a nap for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Is everything okay? Are you all
You
like
should
still?
nap. No, everything's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Successful
It went
ceremony.
well.
So you're all good now?
Half good. I still need more process.
Okay.
Explain the last step.
I'm getting a tattoo.
Okay.
Well, I thought you
It
would
is
be
part
excited.
of the magic. It's
Okay, I
Sort of
thought you were
binds
just
it.
telling me that, okay.
Yeah, that. The no know my magic better. Me. I should hire him as a explainer, interpreter for my magic explanations.
I'm not. I'm very magic illiterate, so thank you for explaining. Well, good. I had no idea anyone around here to do a tattoo. You could probably ask Penelope. She seems to know a lot of people. She stayed up with me a lot last night, and we had some really great talks.
She's up?
Yeah, she apparently doesn't sleep very much.
Oh, wow. Do I see her?
Yeah, Penelope's over behind the corner. She's got like a big old like mug of coffee.
I ran off to her and I slammed the table. Penelope!
She's like, oh yeah. Good morning.
Oh yeah.
Oh, more like this. Do you know any? Is there any tattoo artists in this town? Like who can do it?
I mean, depends on how good you want it to be. Like a few people know how to do it. Pasifa's usually the best. I think Bizix also can kind of do it.
Pasifa can do it?
Yeah. Yeah, she
didn't know. She didn't tell me.
Did you ask her?
Well, I did not, but I thought there might be like advertisement.
I know it's a bit surprising because she doesn't have any herself. She doesn't tattoo herself. She tattoos other people. She doesn't want to do it on herself because then she would judge her work for a very long time. You know that. So.
Well, I should go find her then.
I don't. That might be a little hard because she went out with Faith last night, and they usually go out for like 2 days. You could maybe find Bizix. He's usually around.
Well, okay. Where can I find him then?
Oh boy, that's a hard question. He kind of just. If you hear really bad flute playing, you found where he is.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't tell him that I said it was really bad, but it's really bad.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, also, he's a red dragonborn, because you don't. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I forgot to ask about. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Penelope. Enjoy your coffee.
Alright.
Alright.
So once we sort of have everyone gathered around, so orders of business today. Elias's tattoo, which, how big is it going to be?
Well, it's a halfling size, so probably quicker. My hands are short. I wave. Hands are pretty short.
Yeah. But like, if it's covering your whole arm, it's gonna take the same time as like, my forearm, which is still.
But it's
4 hours, depending. I guess they don't have tattoo machines either, so like way more. Stick and poke takes a while, guys.
Well, it might be quicker because it's part of my body, and then I'm putting back in. It shouldn't take that long, I think. Well, I never had tattoo. I don't know. Who knows? We should probably. Well, I got
something I should have googled.
Well, what if
store have come in? Oh, go ahead.
we could have when you find Bizix?
Basic? Yeah.
Bizix.
Basic.
Biziks. Bizix.
A bit basic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. When you find Bizix, since he can tell you how long he would take, you can then send
Corgi.
You could send Corgi back, and he can tap the number of hours, so we know.
Oh yeah, I can possess him. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Maybe I should go look for it. Yeah, could you? I'll go find him right away, and I'll be right back.
Oh, before you go, wait.
Oh, okay.
Quickly, because I have this, and I don't think I've explained this to everyone yet. So we know from the ritual that Malello has to take this thing down single-handedly.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and it has to be tougher than him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we can I talked to butcher guy. Reshik?
Rekshik.
Reshik?
Yeah.
Rekshik. So he mentioned the biggest game sort of around here, Ocani and Serpopods, which probably aren't a big enough threat, and Malello wouldn't have come down here because there are Serpopods by Uziko, and why would he come all the way down here for something he can get right in his backyard? The other thing was giant worms, but apparently those are way too big for any one person to take on. So I'm kind of ruling them out. And then he mentioned there's these, and because again, my note is really big, weird bears.
Uh-huh.
It's the bears that Stor was told about
Yeah.
that are in
Ashgar?
The Ash Garden Bears.
Ash Garden.
Yes.
So what I was thinking, we could sort of go to the Ash Garden, do a little locate on Malello's bow. If he's there, we're like, boom, we got him. We know where he is. We know where he's hunting. If not, we sort of search back and come back.
Yeah. Yeah, we could do that.
And
What are people's thoughts on that?
well, how many days is it until the full moon?
2 more days, right?
We have today and then the next 2
Tomorrow.
days.
Yep.
And then full moon day.
Until I don't know if they can wait until the night
Wait.
to do it in the morning.
Well, I would assume you have to do it at night so the full moon is out.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yes, the ritual itself, but he can kill the beast at any time before then.
I feel like we have been trying to do cover too much, and we should just go around and just Malello, where are you? And he will come to us.
I think he will come, but only after he has done his ritual and become even more powerful.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Can you
I
try
like-
locating
Why don't you?
it?
Then we would know if he is in the city.
Yeah. At least
Well-
500 feet, right? I don't know how far.
I think
I
1,000.
think it's 1,000.
Yeah. Which is about the size of the entire town. It's a small place.
Okay. I can do that now.
All right.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well. We should try.
All right.
We could be fighting him within like 15 minutes of pings.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Surprise,
my
he's here.
tattoo session. No, Jessica, I did battle.
So you cast locate object looking for Malello's bow. You do not sense anything.
Mhm.
Oh,
He is not in the city,
okay. Well,
or at least his bow is not.
we should at least like go to whatever Stowe was suggesting. Go to the bear place, and we might find it on the way too. Like if we're lucky enough.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
Why
rather
don't you
than
run in? You find Besic,
okay,
because if we can get you the tattoo before we leave, that's perfect.
okay.
Um,
I'm gonna go now. All right. And I
Uh,
leave. Bye. I'll be back. And I left Corgi behind. Stay here, Corgi.
we'll
And
we'll order like breakfast.
Okay.
And I took out my dragon head flute and keep playing on the way, really badly.
So
Trying
you're
to lure
like
the-
running as you do it, so that you're like your breath is like coming in like. Like I said, the town is not very large, so within like a minute of running, you hear like similar type flute noises like off. You like run over, and like sitting on top of essentially a trash can is this very like scrawny red dragonborn guy, probably in his like late 20s early 30s, and he's got this very similar dragon-headed flute, and on his hip he's also got like a set of bongos that he's occasionally like playing with his like elbow, and just like sounds so bad. As you run around the circle with yours, he kind of just like takes his off his mouth for a second. He goes, And he like keeps playing.
I play a little bit more. Are you busy? And I keep playing.
He takes it away. Yeah, that's me. And he keeps playing.
I took out. I'm here for a tattoo. Can you do it for me? I keep playing.
He drops the flute. He like drops the flute and he's like fully on the ground. He's like, "You want a tattoo? I could get you a tattoo. I know how to do a tattoo. You want a nice one? I could do a nice one. You want to see?" And he like pulls like his sleeve up and like on his arm there's like a snake tattoo. It's so bad. It's like when I say snake tattoo, like I'm talking like it's supposed to be like a real snake, but it kind of looks like the snake from the really old video game Snake. It's like all right angles.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
What kind of a tattoo do you need?
Well, I want lines.
I can do lines.
I draw sketches on it. Well, I don't trust you. Yeah.
Well, that's rude.
Not trust you. Just a second. I'll make it easier for you. And I just cast Tiny Servant on the ink pen, and I just line it for myself, like all the line on my left arm, and then to the chest, like little thin line. Could you just fill these in? With
What,
this?
and not give me any artistic liberty to like do anything else?
No.
Well, that's not very fun, is it? It's gonna cost you. I'm not gonna do it for free.
Yeah, I will give you.
I don't. Here's the thing. I don't need money because I can get things that I want without money, and the things that I want that I need money for, the people who have the things that I want won't give me even
Dude.
for money.
I'm not giving you money. I'll give you something better.
Ooh,
You want this roofie?
A what? I'm so intrigued. I was gonna ask for a ton of like booze, but if it's a roofie, that's like also kind of the same thing.
This is better.
Okay, tell me about this.
Just make you sleepy, and you're in different dimension.
What?
Your mind will all blank, and then you will feel all these artistic experience you never felt before.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hang on a sec. Can I see it?
Yeah, I took out the sea dragon blood.
Okay. All right, then make me a deception check, please. I didn't know what you were trying to sell him, but yeah, okay. If you're trying to hawk up sea dragon blood as a roofie, please make me a deception check.
9.
Okay, let me see. He like looks at it, he's like, this looks like blood. I live in a town of like monster hunters, guy. I know what blood is, okay?
Rum bottle, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I took out here. I took out roofie.
Okay, the roofie poison stuff from okay.
Yep.
He kind of
For
looks at us.
intention.
Let's see if he Nat 1. He's just like, this is I don't know what this is. So
This is here. I put the pinky and put it on his tongue.
he's just like, this is
The
weird.
tiny dab, like a dab.
So intimate.
My tongue is a little bit numb now.
Do you feel it?
Sure. Thankfully I don't need my tongue to tattoo you.
Yeah. Do you know anyone who do better tattoo?
No. Mine are the best.
Come on, you know somebody.
No, mine are the best.
No, screw it. I'm done. I left him, and I started like going to the alleyway. And
He follows you. He's like, excuse me, you can't just do this to my mouth and then walk away when I want the rest of it.
No,
I can do
No.
I can color in the lines. I know how to do that.
Well, you're being so hard bargain. I'm done.
I mean, I make an insight check for me, actually.
Oh, nat 20.
So he actually does think that he's just the best at tattoos.
Oh my god.
It's not that he's lying to. He just is very self-inflated.
Oh my god. Well, I don't know how it worked. I'm fine. Just leave me alone. And I ran really fast and I'm going to hide in the alleyway.
You
And
can't run faster than this guy. You are a halfling.
Oh shit. I'm gonna cast the Phantasmal Force on him.
Okay. What do you
He's
need?
going-
13.
Perfect.
Does he need to make a wisdom save or something?
Yeah, intelligence saving throw.
That's gonna be a 9.
Nope, 13.
Okay.
I ran the other. I'm standing there right in front of him. I'm
So-
literally running. The fake Wolverine.
All right, so you run and you hear him like continuing to like lisp at this like you that he sees, just like, no, like, come on, I know what I'm doing. I've done them on myself.
I just ran into alleyway and I cast Tiny Servant on the needle, and I cast Tiny Servant to just tattoo through the line.
Okay.
Just poke through
How
tattoo
long
and-
does Tiny Servant last?
8 hours.
Okay. I was worried it was like a 10-minute
No,
thing, and that would
I-
not be enough time. Okay.
I have an ink pen has a Tiny Servant on. It helps the needle go through easily with both of them just playing on my hand going
Okay.
through. And I'm gonna like draw like picture a line through like the whole of my arm and then the whole thing going through chest. Do I have to roll something before I show?
Yeah, make a intelligence check.
Arcana or intelligence?
Well, you've never had to make a Tiny Servant make an artistic design before, but it is something that is in your own mind. So I will say you can add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Proficiency 3, intel is 5, 18.
Okay, yeah, you're able to tattoo yourself in the back alley of somewhere in Southwold.
Silver needle.
It takes a while, though. I personally have never had a tattoo. I don't know how long they take.
It's
Few
I'm like
hours.
bleeding
Couple
bleeding
hours
in
at
the-
least.
bleeding in the alleyway.
Because it is a
Like,
silver
behind
needle. You're
Yeah.
actually going to take a little bit of damage as well.
Yep, it's fine.
I didn't roll so great. You take 7 points of piercing damage
Sure.
from this process.
So I needle and I draw lines through the whole thing. Once the lines settle in, it just expands and then the leaves are growing from the vine, just like slowly through the whole body. What it would look like.
Oh, it's so hard to see that on the camera.
Shit.
Put it on.
I think I
Put it
can
on
kinda
Discord.
see it.
Put it on Discord, and
Yeah.
I'll be able to share it.
Okay.
We'll move to the battle screen for a second. I'll share
Shoot. Sorry. So many pictures.
it. Oh my gosh.
And that is why you don't go with a tattoo artist who's willing to take drugs for tattoos.
Physics. Best Dragonborn. Best Dragonborn.
That's very good.
All right, let's see if I can show this correctly. Okay.
It's front, side, and back. I draw the tattoo.
All right. So
It's a
this is what that looks like for everybody.
Yep.
This is what it looks like. Yeah. So you're able to do this, and like I said, the streaks of like red and green do occasionally like glisten in the sun and stuff through there. You are occasionally like walked up on by like random people as you're like in the alleyway, like half undressed, tattooing yourself with a magic needle.
yeah.
But yeah, after I'll say 3 hours, you're able to do this and finish up. What have the rest of y'all been doing in these 3 hours and a few minutes?
Elias in the alleyway in the knee.
Yeah, Elias, who never told any of us how long it was gonna take.
Oh wait, well, I probably
Should we
forget
be
to.
concerned?
I probably forget to. I'm not gonna.
Corgi never tapped at all. So
Yes.
We should probably after we finish
should go
breakfast, we
find
should
him.
probably go look for him.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll go look for Elias.
I totally forgot.
So after like a half hour of your tattooing, your friends eventually find you. You find him like half undressed, crouched in an alleyway with a couple of like magic items just like poking up and down his arm.
That is so
Oh, hello.
unhygienic.
It's okay. It's my own blood. It's
That's even more
fine.
hygienic for sure. I'm sure that's how medicine works. Not a biohazard. Not a biohazard.
As soon as it's done, I'm gonna drop 5 lay on hand points just to make sure any diseases are out.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, as you finish this tattoo though, you you definitely feel a dampening of yourself, and you guys can like see the vitality and the strength that he has like disappears out of his body, and he's back to the like small kind of shrimpy little halfling that you met.
Do I need to roll d4?
Oh yeah, let's do that now.
Mm.
3.
So what does that set your strength at? I don't remember.
16 it will be.
16, yeah. So he loses a bit of strength, not a ton, just a little bit. But it's much more like lean strength instead of like random weirdly bulging bicep. It's just like toned halfling instead of beefy halfling.
And I did tattoos them, but I'm gonna try cutting myself with a regular dagger, like poke it.
Right, you poke yourself with a regular dagger. It hurts.
Yeah.
You bleed. You take 1 point of damage.
Is it bleeding still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it works. I poke it again.
You take another point of damage.
It works, guys.
So
Well done.
This is so we don't have to worry about you on the
wait.
time of the month.
Yes. I'm sorry.
I knew what I was saying.
Lycum
think
has
so.
wandered away. She got bored during this time, so she is not hanging out.
Maybe we'll see on full moon day, but probably be fine. Oh my god.
Should we set out for the Ash Garden?
Yeah, we should. Oh, sorry. Yes, we should. Yes.
Yes.
I was zoning out. I'm sorry taking so long in this town.
If this is what you think it is, it will have been worth it.
Yeah, I
long
think it should
Yes.
work. Thank
Very,
you so
very,
much for
very
waiting. Yeah.
We'll go get Keldra, Thorak, and Lycum
Yeah.
Okay.
and head out.
All right. Keldra has 1 point of exhaustion for being so tired, but she did get like a short rest in. Cool. As you guys are about to head out, Keldra's like, where is the Ash Garden? Do we know where that is?
No.
Do I know where that is, maybe?
Roll a... let's luck check. 10 or higher, you do. 9 or less, you don't.
Do I know too?
15.
All right, yes, you have like experienced this place. It is not somewhere that you stayed for a very long time because it is like one of the most lifeless places in the area, but you do know how to get there.
Okay, cool. Probably know like it's north or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
it's to the
probably
north.
all I'd really know.
Oh shoot, where is it? Let me read. It's to the northwest. It's like a good 5 miles to the northwest.
Okay.
You
And then And then any like brief description of what it's like there, maybe?
Yeah, so this place is like some weird thing happened. It's older than you, this occurrence that happened, where the earth, while it is alive, there is something that is taking the vast majority of the life force from it. So it is called the Ash Garden because everything is just like gray and dry and very brittle, and like things grow, but they're not really fully alive. So there's not a lot of plant life, there's not a lot of animal life. It's not a very pleasant place to be. So you didn't really like being there.
No.
What do you mean no?
I do not like the Ash Garden. And how far of a journey is it?
It's like 5 miles.
Oh, no worry. We can go pretty quick then. I'll take care of this.
Yeah.
I started summoning Phantom Steed, and I
Okay.
can go 10 miles in an hour. We can get there in 30 minutes.
Well, you can get there
Well,
in 30 minutes.
You and I can get there in 30 minutes.
No, I can summon 5 more. Like, it's not one restricted to one at a time. I can ritual cast
Wait.
like
Hang on a
10.
second. Hang on a second.
There is no limit.
Yeah,
for it.
hold up.
Wait a second.
I could spend like 40 minutes and then everyone can get on.
The casting time is 1 minute. It is not a concentration spell.
11 minutes because it's ritual.
If you want to do ritual.
Yeah, but
They
then
last
you'll
for an
only have
hour.
10 minutes left on the first one, and we run into this consistent
keep-
because it takes 10
Yep.
minutes to get.
I can keep
Yeah,
casting it,
but
but it was gonna be like
You'll only have 10 minutes of travel time. Because
I
by
mean,
the
like,
time you finished the 5th casting, it'll have been 50 minutes.
55.
How many
Or we could
have
go
now?
on foot.
Sure, we can go on foot.
There's you, me, Thorak, Store, Bengata, Keldra, and Lycan.
Oh yeah.
Also, 2 of us can turn into horses, though.
Oh yeah.
And Store has his own horse.
Yep.
So you would know
So-
this Pengata being kind of from this area, and Deno, you would as well. In this kind of dense jungle, riding a horse is not faster. It's about the same speed as walking.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will probably leave.
Like, the horse
Don't
can
wanna
go
leave
through,
this.
he's not slower, it's just not faster than walking.
Let's walk.
Sure.
I'm still taking Vigris.
Yeah. All right. How about we start walking?
Alright.
Okay.
Shove Vigris out through the net. You use the little trick you got from Shazy to unhook the net. Anybody who wants to can make me a perception check as you guys are leaving.
Okay. I'll let Corgi look around area too. Like whenever I can.
12.
My perception is 6. Elias' perception is 6, but I'll roll Corgi too.
Mm-hmm.
Corgi is 17.
Okay.
I got a
I could roll.
21, trying to listen for bits and pieces of conversation if there's anyone around.
Oh, can you?
29.
29.
Whoa.
No, you smell a lot better now.
That was a natural 20.
Yeah. Nice. Well, out of like the rest of you are kind of like busy getting ready and stuff. Denono, out of the corner of your eye, you see just like a couple of figures going into the Bloody Claw.
What kind of figures?
You couldn't make them out definitely. You saw a couple.
No, what's wrong?
Do we want?
I want to take a quick look back in the Bloody Claw before we leave.
Sure.
A couple people
can do
going
that.
in have caught my eye.
Okay. I sent Corgi right through that direction he pointed over the top of flying.
But they went in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll let Corgi.
So we have to go back into the We have to go back into the net.
Yeah.
I can. I'm not sure we all want to be seen. I can go.
Allow me to accompany you. I will not come
How will you
inside.
let us know if you need help?
Okay.
Uh,
I'll let Corgi sit outside the room and then I'll look through it. Just in case something happens.
Well, we're outside the net, so we're like really far away. So how will you let us know
Oh, true.
if you
yeah.
need help?
We should just go. I'll go back in.
Yes, you can come closer. I just mean going into the inn.
Yeah,
and
let's all go back nearby, and then we can just send it to
Yeah.
Nona.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys kind of head back. And to Nono, you go. How do you want to go in? You just go in the front door, or how do you want to go in?
Let's go, friend. Door. It's too late. Just
No,
open
I
the door.
am going to. First, I realized I never prepared my spells this morning, and now I feel like I might be metagaming. But I also know we were planning on going to stalk beasts in the woods and whatever else, and try to avoid detection by Malello. So I
Sure.
feel like I would have prepared Pass Without a Trace.
Sure. That's fine.
Wait,
Are you going in?
Don't you get Pass Without
'Cause
Trace for Wood Elf?
Before you break with the group, Pingata will give you a little tap on the shoulder and be like, "May the sea be with you," and we'll cast guidance on you.
Okay. And I will cast Pass Without a Trace, and I will turn into a spider.
Okay.
That's just how I will enter.
Okay. So how much can a spider see?
I mean, it says nothing about being blind or anything. It just says that it has a dark vision to 30 feet, but it doesn't say that it cannot see beyond that, which
Okay.
is typically something
Right.
that is said if they can't. So,
Yeah.
and my passive perception as a spider is 19.
Are
So
you
I think I am able to see well.
Really?
You have a plus
Wow.
9? What the heck?
I mean,
okay.
that's Denono's passive perception.
Right,
but-
okay. Jeez,
Because you
okay.
keep your
Mhm.
Wisdom, yeah.
Right, okay. But make an active perception check for me, please.
Okay. $22. Kind of a
Okay.
pen roll.
All right.
That's bad. Oh
So
my
you
God.
kind of you come up to the door, you transform into a spider, you crawl under the door and up along a wall. You see in this room, there's 4, aside from Penelope and the bartender person, which you would know at this point. His name is Theodore. People call him Tingles because his last name is Mattingly. And aside from them, you see Mish and Thrall that you talked to the other day. You also see a pair of women. No, not a pair of women. A woman and a man. The woman is very tall, very thin, long brown hair. She's got a bow over her shoulder. She's got kind of scuffed up leathers. And the man is a bit bigger, brawnier, but you can tell, because you have a very high perception, that this person, even though they are disguised to look like a human man, you can look through and you see that there is clumsily applied face paint to change the skin color, and you can actually see a pair of tusks sticking out of the teeth of a familiar face.
Who's the jerk? Yes. Yeah.
The jerk?
Melelos. Dun 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 dun.
No. The
Bison.
Bison?
bison.
It is the
Oh, is
face
it
of
bison?
bison. Yes.
The jerk.
The jerk.
Okay. I'm going to scamper out
Okay.
and I will if Thoraki was here, he would talk with beasts and he would talk to me.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Thorak
we'll say
is
he
here.
does that. Thorak is here. We'll say he
Thorak
talks
here.
with beasts.
Yeah.
Bison. Thoraki, bison.
He turns
In-
around. He
in the-
starts like swearing at you guys. Like, it's
Okay.
bison.
Okay.
Pegata, you have no idea who this dude is that they're talking
Yeah,
about.
Pengata's over there like,
Buffalo.
Cal is Kelger with us still?
Yeah, you guys are together.
Do they know? Do you know if there's a back door out of the
There's
inn?
I think there's one out the back of the kitchen, maybe.
I will tell Thoraki that I am going in to not lose track of him.
Okay. All right.
So I return.
Here's my thought. I'm gonna walk in the door and greet Bison. Right there, in the open. And if he leaves, he runs out either to you guys or to them. I think 1-on-1. I'll take Elias with me. We know we've got Denono in there, so it's 3-on-2. If anything happens, you guys are outside, gonna hear it. Come in, trap him there.
we are starting a fight in the middle of the tavern. Against who?
Well,
Bison.
It shouldn't be too much.
I mean, technically,
Bison.
I'm
Yeah.
not here.
Yeah,
damn
you're
And
it.
not
I'm not planning on starting a fight. I'm planning on going in, addressing someone I've met before, and seeing if they're willing to have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
This is someone who knows Malelo then, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
This
Alright.
is someone who works for
We're back
Malello.
on track.
And the last time things happened, he disappeared right after Beast went crazy, which is very close in line with the ceremony that Malello's trying to do. So
And
I
why-
say we go talk to him.
And why do we not follow him instead?
I think Malelo might already be here.
Big-
Didn't the Nono
Say
say
might.
there's a girl there? He might be dressed like a girl. I don't know.
Wait,
Well,
is
we-
the girl?
I mean,
Is the girl the
The bow girl.
Minda? No.
No, it is not Miga.
Miga?
You do
No.
not know this person.
Okay.
All right, let's go and greet him. And I put
What?
my little
Well,
needle and
oh.
pen on my shoulder.
Pe-
I-
On me.
Pangata has something.
Sorry,
But why do we not just follow this person?
because we are not
Well-
we are pretty noisy people.
Sure. We could have a bird
And we-
follow, or a spider maybe, or I don't know. I just feel like
they've seen the last time we tried to have the bird scout ahead, they shot the bird.
Yep, they shot the bird.
I see.
And we don't know how long they're going to be traveling or how long they're going to be here. And he can only stay a spider for a limited amount of time. And I want to move now.
Denono, at this point, you see the conversation that's being had wrap up, and the four people turn to start heading out the door.
We'll wait outside the door.
I mean,
Wait,
at that
outside.
point,
they
Pengata would back
don't know,
down.
but
Oh,
I'm
they
just
don't know.
saying.
Okay.
Do what
sorry.
you will. I do
I'm
not know
at this
these
point.
people.
I'm walking
Alright.
to the door.
Zara's walking in.
I'm coming with you.
So you start
Pengata
walking to the
will Go
door.
with you, but trail behind.
Okay,
and then,
so you're kind of trailing
stay
behind.
outside.
Okay.
I have a needle and pen on my shoulder.
And I will be positioned behind them. Where if I were to return to myself, I would be directly behind their back.
Okay. So you're like on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Because
tethering.
essentially what happens is, Store, just as you reach the door opens. And you are faced first with this woman who like stops up short and is just, excuse me, sorry. She kind of like does like the shuffle thing of like who's gonna move first.
I'm going to use my channel divinity, conquering presence,
Okay.
and I need them to make wisdom saving throws.
All 4 of them.
How many are there?
Yeah, it
There are 4?
Give me a sec.
Yeah.
it's
It's a 21 for the woman.
saves.
Dirty 20 for Bison. Give me a second
Saves.
for
What's
Mish
wrong
and
with that?
Thrall.
And what I'm gonna say to start this is, Bison, where have you been? I have so many questions.
Okay.
We can see.
We can see, yeah.
What you are
Oh,
searching
sorry.
for.
Excuse me.
Uh,
I'm just pulling up stat blocks for
Oi.
the other people.
I'm gonna go and look at the bowl. Do I recognize that bowl?
The bow? No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay, so the wisdom save for Mish is a dirty 20. But for Thrall, it's definitely not gonna save. That's a 4.
No.
So Thrall is afraid of me.
Okay. So you call out to Bison. You see like this kind of human guy look up at you, make eye contact with you. Make an intimidation check, please. With advantage.
God, he has a present.
Yes. Okay,
Even if
I'm
you're
gonna-
not using
I'm gonna
magic
bring
on
that.
him. It's pretty freaky.
My little pen is helping too.
Natural 20.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Thank you, Bison.
Wow.
Cool.
So total is a 26.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Okay. All right. So Bison looks up at you and you see him absolutely freeze. You can imagine that he has just like peed himself. I need you to please make me an athletics check, please.
Athletics?
Me too, or
Yeah, athletics check.
Do I have to make 2 or?
No, just Store.
Okay.
14.
Okay, so you making eye contact with Bison, you feel yourself get like shoulder checked by this woman in the front. She is so much stronger than she looks. And actually, as she comes close, you feel the impact of her before her body seems to touch you. And you are shoved over, knocked to the ground, and she begins to just like run.
Can I do reaction?
I call Vigris to me.
Okay. I think
Can
we're
I
gonna roll initiative at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can I do
Ooh.
opportunity attack or no?
We'll get that. We'll get to that. Just
Okay,
give me
okay,
just a
sounds good.
second.
Sorry, I just got so anxious.
I know.
God.
We get this music better.
Because Vigris isn't my mount, should I roll separate initiative or just have him act on my turn?
Just pick whichever you want to do, because you're in charge.
Okay, I'm gonna roll and I'm gonna roll initiative for Vigris. Actually, I'm just gonna have him act on my turn. It's easier.
Okay.
Oh, I need to switch my strength quick. God.
Okay, this dice it rolled one natural 20 and then it went back to being trash.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, I should mark off my channel divinity.
I'm giving Bison and Thrall disadvantage on their initiative because they're both afraid.
Why is there a green?
Oh boy. Okay. Mish. It's a natural 1 on her initiative. Good job, Mish. Alright, anyone get above a 20? 15 to 20?
15.
15.
Okay, so I imagine Denono goes first because of his dexterity.
Dex.
10 and above.
11.
Okay. And 6 for you.
6.
Oof.
Oh shoot, I forgot to roll for the girls. Hang on.
Rolls.
Ooh, Lycum rolled really good, you guys. Like really good.
Excellent.
Cool.
Oh, and shoot, can someone like deal with Thorak, please? 'Cause I don't
I
have his
will.
stuff. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not good with Paladin. So it confuses me.
It's like, I know we're forgetting somebody. Alright. Oh, here we go. Here's the music for this. This is what we need.
Thick. What did you get?
What do you get? A 4. Alright. Okay. I think we can go Theater of the Mind on this one. Maybe? Should we risk
Yeah.
Theater of the Mind?
Sure.
Okay, we'll do Theater of the Mind for this.
Yeah.
Alright. So first to go is Lycum, who is going to rage and run after the woman. How fast can this chick go? Really fast, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, okay. So Lycum can fortunately catch up with them, but cannot actually attack. This woman puts on this crazy burst of speed and is able to move 80 feet from the door with a dash action.
Do I get opportunity
Is-
attack?
Yes, you would.
I have like
Would
3.
Store could as well, with a disadvantage because you are knocked prone.
Okay.
and
So
this is just the woman. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was
I'm
like
gonna-
10 feet behind the door.
Yeah,
know,
they're not
she
gonna
probably
run.
went to
She's
one
not gonna
side.
run past you. She's like
I assume so.
looking out towards the side.
I'm gonna smack it with the quarterstaff.
Okay.
That's
And is
20
this just?
20 to hit. 20 will hit.
24? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use two-handed.
Is this-
so, sorry. Go ahead.
Is this just the woman, or also Bison running too?
She's the only one who's had a turn yet, so she's run. Bison has not moved yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let her go.
Okay.
It's 8 damage,
Okay.
and then my tiny servant get attack opportunity too because they're on my shoulder.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna roll both of them together, so if it miss, both miss.
Okay.
That's 19 hit.
That does hit.
So I'm gonna draw 2d4 plus the
Okay.
2 of them. So, well, 8 damage.
Okay. You whack, and then these two little like needles like fly out and just like stab through. Similar to Store, you see that like you make impact in thin air around the woman's body.
Shit.
And like the blood that drips out from like where the needles make wounds is like basically in thin air. There's blood coming from thin air.
What I know is illusion.
Yeah, you would know that. For
This illusion-
sure.
This is illusion magic, guys.
Is this person needing to make concentration checks?
Depends on the spell.
Don't
I know.
think so. I don't
Is
think
it
so.
decisive?
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna say. No, you're not looking at my screen, so you don't know. No, they do not.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Just if there was a possibility of this person Turning back. Turning back.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So she books it. Lycum takes her turn. This woman basically had kind of like a surprise turn because her turn is next. She takes disengage and runs an additional 30 feet away. I think she's gonna risk that opportunity attack and run 60 instead. So Lycum will get an attack of opportunity. That's not gonna hit. That's only a 12. And so this woman books it another 60 feet away, like through buildings and stuff. It's gonna be hard to catch her.
How far away is she?
Currently from you who are inside the building, 130 feet or so,
Okay.
maybe more. She has made 140 feet of distance since the initiative began. Denono, that is you next with Elias on deck.
All right. Denono is going to leap from the ceiling towards the door, use his bonus action to turn back into a person, and then use his action to turn into a warhorse and run 180. Oh, wait. No, I can't use action. But I can run 60 feet this turn, and I will be running 180 feet every turn after this.
Okay. So, Pangata, you can't see this, but you can sense this happen of like this teeny little spider jumping off the ceiling, exploding into the size of a person, and then continuing through and exploding forward into the size of a horse and galloping after the fleeing woman.
She's just like, no.
Elias, it is your turn.
Shit. Is it still within the site or not?
At this point, not really, no. She's kind of behind buildings.
If I move 50 feet, would I see her still?
Probably.
Okay.
You'd probably be able to
I'm
see
gonna
her.
drop the quarterstaff, and I cast haste on myself.
Okay.
I just like my arm grow, and I just really eye greens and like the tactile started to grow, glow green, and I just started really ran fast 50 feet, and I
Okay.
have extra action to take out my crossbow and then shoot him.
Okay. Go for that attack.
Shoot her.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
her.
are a
be-
total of 90 feet away. So that might give you disadvantage.
Let's see. 80 feet is range. So
Yeah,
disadvantage.
so it is a disadvantage.
Okay. I'll use luck.
Okay.
That's 20 hit.
It does.
Okay.
You pull back with your crossbow, you like slip for a second as you're running and you're like vibrating with haste, and you just see a little blue hand just kind of like poof out of thin air and just like nudge your crossbow just a little bit. Just a little bit.
6 damage.
6 damage. All right. Okay. And that's it for your turn.
Yep.
Okay. So next up is Bison, who is terrified right now. He is going to turn and attempt to like jump out a window and run away.
Oh my god.
So that's going to slow him down unless he can roll good athletics. That's only
I think he has
12.
disadvantage if he's in line of sight of me because fear.
Yeah, so you're
just
like
give me a second
prone
here.
on the ground outside, so he might he would be able to get out
Oh,
of
he's
eye
not
line of you.
actually. It's
He's
not
still
channel of
inside.
divinity fear. It was just.
Yeah, he's just
intimidation
afraid.
fear.
Yeah, so he is able to
Yeah.
bust out the window. It does cut some of his speed away. Yeah, he starts chasing after the woman. He gets about 45 feet away as he's running. That's Keldra's turn. She is not fast. But she's going to go after the one she thinks she can catch, which is Bison. So she'll run after Bison. She cannot attack on this turn, but she can get to him. Pangata, that's you. You're next.
So Pangata, hearing the person move away super fast, whatever, hearing the window break, knowing kind of get an idea of which way that person's going.
Mhm.
She's going to move closer, like 20, 25 feet.
Okay.
And then as soon as he is within blind sight of 30 feet,
Okay.
she's going to say, not so fast, and she's going to cast Hold Person.
Okay. So he's got to make a what kind of save? Wisdom save?
Wisdom.
Okay.
I'm really scared. He's gonna.
The natural 19 and a 21.
No!
Oh no.
I will take the rest of my movement to move up next to him.
Okay. I don't know if you have enough movement to do that. He was like 40 feet from you.
I was outside the building, like 10 feet back a little bit, and I have 40 feet of movement speed.
Okay. So yeah, you could get right to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, it's Mish and Thrall's turn. Shoot, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna stay or are they gonna run?
Gonna run again.
I rolled a natural 20. I don't even know what that means. I didn't even decide like what they were gonna do. I never do this. I'm like,
well,
I'll roll
one of them
for
is
it.
just terrified of me.
Yeah, that's true. Thrall is he's going out the window after Bison. So he gets up to like next to Bison, and Misha's just gonna follow her brother because she's not gonna let him go. So Bengata, you're standing there and you hear two additional people like run up right behind you. So you're kind of like surrounded by these three people.
Okay.
Store, that's you with Thorak next.
Yeah. So I called Vigris to me. Vigris would have been just a little bit behind where we were. So I'm going to use half my movement to get up. Call Vigris to me dashing.
Okay.
So he can move 120 feet around. Not quite the full month.
Is that his speed,
I'm
or
gonna
is
use
that if
half-
he dashes too?
It's dash. So
Okay.
he's 60 foot speed, 120 foot dash. I use half my movement to get up and let Vigris carry me to Bison, where I will
Okay.
pull out Andrada as I get up, and I'm just gonna like try to hit him square in the chest.
Okay.
And I would like to try to do it so I can get flanking in some way because I know he's got two people around him.
Yes. So you can ride Vigris around to be flanking with Pengata, who's right there. So yeah, go ahead and roll the attack.
Cool. Yeah, so there's gonna be two.
Okay.
You're attacking Bison, right?
Natural 1 and a natural 20. So
Okay.
I'm gonna drop
my
a
God.
smite on Bison.
Oh.
As the first one, I'm just gonna smash right into his chest. And this is gonna be a second level spite.
Holy
Smite.
crap.
Fight.
Okay.
Out of fight.
In
So
comes a
it's
semi-truck.
1d8 for yeah. 1d8 for the Warhammer, and smite is 2d8 plus an additional 1.
Yeah.
So
Plus the
it's
3 plus 24 for the crit.
yeah. So from the Warhammer is action 4 plus 7, 11 points of bludgeoning damage on just the Warhammer.
Oh my god.
And then 8, 12, 17 points of radiant damage from the smite plus 24.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
31, 40.
And I
28.
don't want Bison to die. I just want him to
52,
fall
52.
unconscious.
So 52 points of damage. You almost fully killed him. He had 32 hit points as his max hit points. So you just ride up, and with the speed given to you by Vigris, you don't even really have to like swing, but you're just boom. And Pengata, you standing right next to this person, you hear his ribcage disintegrate in his body. And there's not even like a sound that comes from his like mouth as he just falls to the ground into a gelatinous puddle.
Oh God.
Don't let him die.
Best polo
do it
game
like
ever.
And in your mind, you hear Andrata say, I mean, that's wow. Was that a stretch? I don't know, but it was entertaining, I must say. Cool.
I will I'll respond. Not a huge challenge, but we needed him.
Okay. Thorax turn.
All right. Well, Thorak's gonna look over at Horse Denono and say, in his speak with animals. Hey, do you think we should? Okay. And he's gonna run over to get
Dash.
on. He's gonna dash to get up onto Denono's back so that he can ride and
Okay.
join in. And that's
All right.
gonna be his whole turn. This turn.
Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm still just reeling from this. Like, Bison is so gone. Holy cow. Wow. So Lycum takes her turn. She runs up after the woman. She loses her rage because she doesn't have a persistent rage. She's not able to attack. The woman continues to run an additional 60 feet, so Lycum does get an opportunity attack. Not gonna hit. Again, that's only a 14. She runs. Let's see what else she can do. Hang on. Oh, hang on a second. No? Oh, Chica did have that spell. Okay. Yeah. This continues to run? No. Okay. Yeah, so she continues to run and she turns around the corner of a building and you lose sight of her.
I saw her turn, right?
Yes, you did see where she went, but you do not currently see her.
And did I as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, how far were you able to get?
Probably 50 feet.
Okay.
Which is
yeah,
as
so
far
you're
as
right as
Elias
where
went.
Elias is. Yeah, so you
Like,
did see this as
assuming
well.
I was 10 feet into the, at most 10 feet into the thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Denono, that's your turn with Elias on deck.
Well, I will be running around that corner. How far does 60 feet get me?
40 feet from the corner.
Okay, then I will use a bonus action to dash
Okay.
and turn the corner. And after 40 feet, what do I see?
So you turn the corner and you almost like trip on. Well, no, hang on. Roll me a perception check.
We
21.
So yeah, you turn the corner and you almost trip on like a pile of like barrels and different like stuff that's around. You don't see anybody.
Okay. I would like to then use my action to try to find where this person went.
Did you not use your action to dash? Oh wait, no, you're a rogue.
It's a
Okay,
bonus.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
rogue.
You're using your action to what? I'm sorry.
Try to find where this woman went.
Okay, you can make an investigation check if you want. Or if you want to just general look around without really getting close to anything, you can do perception. You'll get different things with each one you want to do.
Well, there's an 11-point spread between those two abilities, so I gotta go with perception.
Yeah, I understand. I understand completely.
Come on, Denono.
Oh no, wait, sorry, that's Thorax. It's only a 10-point spread.
No boys.
It's not worth it. 14.
Yeah. So you look around. You do not see anybody.
I'm
Cool.
going to run 20 feet down just along this new alleyway
Okay.
or whatever, just to put myself in a better position.
Further along. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Elias, that's you.
All right, how far am I on the corner?
You are. Hang on.
I
Trying to
was
do
like
math.
90 feet away.
Yeah, you're 90
Or-
feet away, and then the corner was an additional 40 feet from there.
Shit, that's really far.
Yeah, it is really far.
Well, I'm gonna use all of my action and extra action to dash, so 100 feet.
Okay.
I'll dash, and then just bonus action. I'm gonna command my pen and ink to like ready their attack whenever you see her. See the lady with the bow.
Okay. Cool.
Like they are
Okay.
ready in their attack.
All right. Now it's Bison's turn to make a death save. That's a 2. That's 1 failure for Bison. Ching ching. Keldra's turn. Where did she even go? She went to Bison, I think.
She's right by Bison.
She's just like, you said don't let him die. So she's gonna try to stabilize him with a medicine check. Can't use lay on hands or else he'll be awake. She got a +1 to medicine. That's a 14, so she is able to stabilize Bison. Just like leads down and like takes a few strips to like hold his torso together. Pangata, that's you.
So the 2 half-orcs are right behind me?
Yes. In absolute shock at what just happened to other half-orc.
Yeah. Pangata is gonna pull out 2 gold coins and just turn to them and just say, "You saw nothing."
Okay. They like Thrall runs off without even needing the coin, and Michel just take them and just turn and run off. Because it's their turns next.
Bison was a half orc, right?
No,
'Cause he looked human.
Yeah, he looked human up until you blew the paint off his face. Just the disguise just like fell to the ground.
I like to think the disguise stood there for a second as he was knocked out of it.
Heard of knocking your socks off? I would knock your disguise off. Cool, Store, that's you now.
Okay. So I know she went like
I pointed over there.
rough. Yeah, I'm going to tell Vigorous 120 lines, 120 feet, like full dash towards the net in the nearest direction. I want to kind of get out to be able to circle around to like sort of cut off. I know Denono is really fast and has Thorak, who can sort of get that like circle. I want to try to straight line ahead of them and be between the net and the
Okay.
strong, slightly bigger than she seems woman.
Okay, cool. So you dash over there to
Um,
try and get in between them and the net.
And then I want to use like my action to look for someone trying to get away.
Okay, you can do an investigation or perception.
I will do investigation.
Okay.
Come on.
Come on, please.
That's an 8.
Nope.
Yeah, no, you don't see anything. That's Thorak's turn.
No.
Yep, sorry. Thorak is going to sorry. Yeah. Thorak is gonna turn into a bush. No. He's going to I guess all he can really do is look.
Okay. Investigation or perception.
I don't think he's good at either.
He's not terrible at perception.
See if it's good enough.
13.
Yeah, not good enough.
Ah,
Alright. Lycum runs up.
freaking get away again.
I can find her.
I hate
yell at
this
her.
man. It's Malello. I hate
Yeah.
this man.
No,
Lycum is not able to find anybody.
It's his Goliath friend that Miga told us about. He has someone he keeps down here in the south to keep track of this stuff.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I wrote this down. Sorry, this store doesn't remember this.
But the notebook remembers
The
all.
notebook remember.
The notebook remembers all.
And I mean, realistically, this was only like a week and a half ago that you had the conversation with her, so like, it could be in your brain. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was illusion too. So. Well,
Well, she was talking like right there.
Right. Okay. Um.
And it was Timber, not the woman. It was Bukesh.
Okay. So, the few of you that are right nearby, which is Denono and Thorak, like, who else is like right there?
I was 30 feet away from.
Okay. You guys turn and you see, kind of breaking out of cover, this woman scale the side of the building, reach the top of the roof, and make a like leap up towards the net and just barely like grab onto the net and is now hanging from the net above.
How far it is?
Like 15 feet up?
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
That's not that far. I
Yeah.
thought she jumped really far.
Yeah. She rolled a 25 on stealth just then. And then a really a 24 athletics to make the climb and jump. Okay. So, Denono, that's you, with Elias coming up next.
Well,
Thorak has
now there's no
Mark.
the Darren thing to respond to now. That wasn't the case a second ago. Like, it's insane, but is there any way I can jump up after her as a horse?
Horse?
Spider climb
Okay.
horse head.
What is your strength score as a horse?
I think it is 18.
I'd say there is definitely a possibility to. Yeah.
Yeah, 18.
You're not going to be able to clear a
poor guy.
building.
Buck the dwarf.
Bite the girl.
Throw the dwarf.
Throw back kick.
I also, I mean, yeah,
What?
I do have proficiency in athletics, so
Okay.
yeah.
So what do you want to do? You tell me what you want to do. I'll tell you what you want to roll.
I want to look for any place I could get footing to try to climb up the building.
Okay, that's going to be a bit tougher for a horse to scale a building.
Is there any other way I see that goes upwards?
So I mean, because of the weight of this person holding onto the net, they are now like hanging down a little bit. So it is conceivable that you from the ground could jump high enough to reach them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think oh, I think I am. I'll jump.
Okay. Roll
Yeah.
athletics. See how high. I know that like there's jump calculators and stuff, but I'm gonna give it like you a definite like you can make a 10-foot vertical as a horse because you're already like almost 10 feet tall.
That would be
So-
the worst.
Yeah.
That's cocked, but it was almost a 15, which would have been decent. That's cocked again. Okay. 20. Dirty.
Okay. Yes, you are able to like leap up and reach this person. What do you want to do? Your head is up by like their torso.
Mm-hmm. I would like to use my ugly horse teeth to try to make a grapple.
Okay.
Nay.
All right, roll athletics. I won't
Okay.
give you advantage or disadvantage on this because it'll just cancel out with the crazy situation that they are also in.
Mm-hmm. Although I guess, sorry, quick question. Was this a 20 feet jump?
15.
15.
it was.
15, okay.
Yeah.
Just checking. Okay. 18 athletics.
So you leap up, thorac on your back, like holding on one-handed. You reach up. You're aiming for like the torso of this person that you see, and you make contact with something before you reach it, and you reflexively close your teeth down on armor, on skin, on something, and you come back down to earth and yank them with you and knock them to the ground. You're not gonna take fall damage because you're big, but they're gonna take a little bit. Okay, they take 2 points of fall damage.
Oh my god.
Flying horse.
And this person is grappled now.
Yeah, and prone, I'm gonna say as well. Elias, that's you.
It's prone?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. How far am I from her?
Oh, at this point, I think 50?
50? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move 25 feet, and then I'm gonna put my hand over there, and then Morvis, and then cast Ray of Sickness.
Okay. Do they have to make a save for that? Or do you roll
No,
attack?
attack.
Okay. Because it's a ranged attack, it's gonna have
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
So I can pick any of the dice, right? With the luck.
Yes.
So 15, 20 hits.
Well, it can't be the high. So you rolled the first two. You can't
yeah,
take the
never mind.
highest.
Okay.
So
Never
if you
mind.
roll luck, it has to be that last one.
13.
That
13
is not
hits?
gonna hit. Nope.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use my the rest of the I'm gonna dash towards her,
Okay.
and then use bonus action attack them with the needle.
Oh
to,
yeah,
you
and
know-
they get advantage now because she's prone.
Yep. 15.
That's not gonna hit.
Well, I'll just drop them.
Okay.
We're gonna wait there.
All right. Bison is stable. Keldra is near Bison, and she's gonna keep an eye out on them. Pengata, that's you.
How far am I away from hearing lots of sounds? I'm imagining.
So did you, after you scared the two off, did you run after everybody?
I was going to.
Okay.
but
I would
didn't say so, so.
assume that you would have. So we can say that you're that full like 60 closer. So you're like I'm trying to do reverse math is not great. I'm gonna say you could dash all the way and get like 5-10 feet away.
Okay. I'm going to run my full 40 feet, and then I will step of the wind.
Oh right, you're 40
Oh,
feet
yeah.
away. Okay.
Monk.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So if you step of the wind, you can get right there.
And then kind of feeling out with blind sense what's going on. I'm just going to cast another hold person.
Okay. All right. Wisdom. Ooh. Ooh, baby.
Again?
That's a 14.
Ah, that's my save!
Oh no!
Yes. Yes.
I'm old.
You can't hold people.
Okay. All right. Throll and Mish are still running away, so that's Store.
So I'm assuming Store saw person jump onto the net and then horse bring them down.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Is that within 120?
Yes. You're actually only like 50
So I
feet
get-
past this.
All right. I'm gonna get Vigris like. Well, if it's 50 feet, I don't need to dash with Vigris. I'm just gonna take Vigris right over there, and I'm gonna make 2 attacks. And again, trying to get into flanking. Well, prone, so
They're
I have
prone,
advantage.
yeah. You would actually probably
Yeah.
have a hard time attacking them on a horse if they're prone. You probably need to hop off.
Then, yeah, I'll jump off and make my attacks
Device
flat-footed on the
might.
ground.
Device might in the air.
13 plus 8, so 21 to hit on the first
That'll
one.
hit. Yep, that'll hit.
And I'm gonna drop a first level smite. So that's
Okay.
2d8. So with Andrada and the Warhammer, that's 8 plus 7, so 15 on 15 bludgeoning,
Okay.
and that's just 5 radiant damage on the first attack.
Okay. Oh shoot,
And
yeah.
second attack,
Okay.
24 to hit,
That hits.
and another smite.
Okay.
For 7 bludgeoning, and oh my god, even worse, 4 radiant damage.
I mean, it's hard to tell because, like, whatever magical disguise this person is using is not looking damaged, but there is a pool of blood oozing out from underneath her.
Oof.
Oh shit.
Store just from one war horse to another. If Vigris is not using his action to dash, he can use his action in other ways.
Not if he's my mount, though.
Not if he's
The
what?
rules for mounted, not if he's a mount, because the
Yeah,
rules for mounted combat are different, and his only actions are
Oh, okay.
dodge, disengage, and dash.
Yeah.
If he's acting as a mount on my turn.
Okay, never mind then.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. Full of blood
All
on my
right.
feet.
So that's Thorax's turn.
All right.
You know?
Well, Thorik's gonna get off of Denoto and say, "Ha, there you are," and he's gonna abjure enemy.
Oh
He's
gosh.
gonna channel divinity,
Oh
abjure
gosh.
enemy.
Okay.
So we need a wisdom saving throw.
It's still alive.
11.
No. So,
Oh gosh.
yeah. On a failure, the creature is frightened, and its
Okay.
speed is reduced to 0
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
for 1 minute, or until it takes damage. So he's gonna be like, hang on, this one's not moving for another minute.
Okay.
Okay.
And he'll, for kicks and giggles, throw Hunter's Mark on there as a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh
All right.
my God. Do it.
Lycum's turn is next. What does she want to do? She can get there. She's fast. Does she want to attack or does she not want to attack? She hasn't. She's made a
Lycum.
bit of contact.
Like him. It's. Just wait. Just hold it. Be ready, but
Okay, I
we're
wait.
trying to talk to him.
I wait. She's got her machete falchion. Okay, so it is now the lady's turn. Could she attempt saves on her turn against this or no?
I don't
Okay.
know.
So you
It
hear.
doesn't say anything about it.
instead of the high-pitched woman's voice that you heard earlier, you hear this like, I'm trying to, hang on a second. I have to think of what accent this person has. For a second.
I don't remember. Oh no.
You've never met this person, so you would not have the
never met-
experiences, no.
Okay.
It's this very like gruff, gravelly, just like scream. The hands come up and there's like, wait, no, stop! And that's all they could do on their turn. Denono, that's you.
I think Denono's just gonna give a little bit of a nibble.
Right, you still got your teeth on them, huh?
And hold a stomp action in case something goes awry and
Okay.
this one starts to run.
So essentially the combat is now over, unless someone wants to do damage or something else.
No.
I was just gonna tie him up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you can very
That doesn't do
easily
damage.
tie this person up. It is very odd tying up this like small feminine woman while very much it not being a small feminine woman, because you can hear the like frightened like attempt like surrendering voice of this whoever it is.
I'm gonna say drop the illusion. I know you're using magic.
And I will drop. And the name I'm gonna drop as soon as Elias says that is Bukesh.
So they can't do anything until after enemy is over. Yeah, they're frightened.
No, they're frightened, and their speed is reduced to 0. But that
Okay.
does not mean that they cannot take actions or
They can't
reactions or
attack.
anything
Right.
like that.
So
Technically, she could attack with disadvantage because she's frightened, but she could.
yeah. They won't though. Instead, after you've securely
choice.
like tied this person, there is like a shimmering, and the visage of the woman falls, and you see a large, broad, well, not massively broad-shouldered person, but like lean musculature. There's a black leather hood, and some leather armor. There's a sword at the hip, a bow over the back, and you see under the hood the face of a Goliath man. With like, most Goliaths have like kind of blue eyes, blue or gray eyes. The eyes of this person are a deep yellow, with slits for pupils, unlike your typical. And that is where we're gonna end our game tonight. We'll come back to this
Oh my
next
God.
week.
That's crazy. Wait, the lady was running with the blood outside, basically outside of her fray.
Yes,
Because she's bigger than the
she's
lady,
bigger.
so- Oh my God.
Oh, poor Aaron missed the first time his
Yeah,
abjure
missed
enemy
it.
worked.
I know. Well, come back, Aaron, and we'll have this wonderful chat with this
Oh my
mystery
God.
person? Mystery question mark? Or totally known?
We just hitting random
But yeah, come back next Monday and we'll continue this. You can come back on Wednesday. We'll have another D&D game from Morgantho 6's channel. Come back on Saturday for Star Wars Saturday. Whenever we see you, we'll be happy to see you. We hope you have a wonderful night. Bye, everybody.